Please welcome the game director of Bethesda Game Studios, Todd Howard.
Watch this, a news release. The legendary series you missed for years comes back, get ready for some action. Get a couple bucks in here, smoke scripts right there. The fans fix it anyway, so we don't care. They'll patch it through microtransactions. So enjoy your pretty nylon bag. Oh, and boy, stop shitting on our swag. You're not getting any money back. You knew this was a one-way wacky track. Dish it up and have your nylon bag. Coming up with it was real drag. Overseas was drink that you won't take, so you're not getting your money back. It just works, it'll stunning shows people buy money flows. It just works, overpriced, open words, earnings rise, take my word. It just works, it just works, it just works, it just works. Cutting edge as far as I can tell. The creation engine changed it very well. We're not planning on doing anything about it. Skyrim's a limit, don't deny it. See this mountain, you can't buy it. In the DLC for the price of a real mountain. What's wrong with the train in place of your head? Come on, believe me, you see nothing yet. The battle spaceship with the dragon animation will become a new sensation on the internet. Just shut up, give us your every dime. Buying an armored horse, not a crime. Ideas beneath the shadow mirror lies, so we'll start one more time. It just works, little lies, stunning shows people buy money flows. It just works, overpriced, open worlds, earnings rise, take my word. It just works, it just works, it just works. We don't want your endless sheet. It's just something we need. See the losing useless job. Promise making our sleep. We don't want your endless sheet. It's just something we need. See the losing useless job. Now listen up. Welcome to the place washed by E-like waves. There's 2.5 peasants with the same ugly face. You're not into small towns, check out big-ass planes. 50 times the size of Skyrim, twice as many boneless caves. You see, we at Bethesda know exactly what you want. Hugger gamers inspired us to improve shopping a lot. Now we stock that must be bought for an actual 10 spot. And saving now wasn't pay bond for just 20 a slot. You're never getting bored with infinite quests. There's every vagabond to put you to the test. Maybe you richly awarded with infinite chests full of rusty swords and used pregnancy tests. We got rid of skill trees, they were old and lame. We need a leveling system and a role-playing game. We can slash and kill and save one more nation. No more levels and skills, only degradation. It just works, little lies, stunning shows people buy money flows. It just works, overpriced, open worlds, earnings rise, take my word. It just works, little lies, stunning shows people buy money flows. It just works, it just works. It just works, it just works. It just works, it just works, it just works, it just works. So, who's laughing now?
The life was quiet all around. Cute little island, nice and non-violent. But everything turned upside down when a new guy came to town. We got along, he showed me ways to craft and test things, that cut intestines. Said we could party at his place all the holidays. It's just what I need. Your Hershey was sweet. You're what I like fun. I've only heard the line of friendship shapes through two dimensions. Two puzzle pieces, each other's extensions. Fishing rods, big freaking guns. Hell yeah, together we are one. Our roads collide on eternal horizons. A wild ride, every turn is surprising. We rip and tear until it's done. Then head back home and have some fun. Together we are. Together we are.
Is this what you've been waiting for? Say 1, 2, and 4.
Hi again, I'm Gay Ben, a fan of shooters, wizard of computers, and a handsome man. Wasn't easy keeping busy, every season brings another reason not to make a game. I had it all but tried new things, true, it didn't get us very far. Between controllers and machines, you still picked a rusty old crowbar. Nobody sees beyond my charming self, but soul was never truly free. So just for once forget the summer sail and give it up for Half-Life, Alex.
The bastard stock corroded by money has not been oiled for years. We didn't even hope to see it running, but now you're bound to learn how to. But now you're bound to learn how to. This time you're bound to count to 3.
Well, here we are again, except we're long forgotten. My circuit's niggling up and down my spine. He said it's worth the wait, his weight keeps pressing harder. But Alex gave us hope we'll rise and shine. With soulless card games and hardware releases, the lights then turning green. Like baby you learn and take them out the freezer. This time you're bound to learn how to. This time you're bound to learn how to. This time you're bound to count.
The numbers are intimidating, it's hard to give a fresh new start when everyone's anticipating another masterpiece of art. If this machine keeps playing dead, we may end up on the other side. So hold on to all your hacks, let's show him a triple A.
Dead Trigger, you're a hacking cutie! Oh my god! Also, hi.
Full steam ahead, we'll end this idle running. Let's give the valve a spin.
We've got some work to do, so take honey. This time you're bound to learn how to. This time you're bound to learn how to. This time you're bound to count to 3.
This is GLaDOS. The Chalk Eaters are my friends. Subscribe to the Chalk Eaters. 1, 2.
Thank you and have fun.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Holy balls! Oh my god! Hello everybody and welcome to the Kitty Corn stream, part 2, where the Kitty Corn does Kitty Corn things. Part 2, because it's the second stream today, because earlier I had a stream, and then I had event, and now the event is over. So now we are here. Here we are, born to be kings. Wait, no, that's the wrong thing. That was a Queen song. That was for the Highlander movie. Anyways, hello everybody and welcome. Hope you're all having a wonderful day. Dead Trigger, how you doing? I almost called you Dread Trigger, which also would have been a cool name. Officer Valkyrie, how you doing? Aubrey, if you're still there, how you doing? Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh wow. Not the first time. Yeah, well, you know what? Blah, 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 blah. Got him. You're doing terrible. Have you turned into paper? Paper is pretty terrible. It's a proven fact. Yeah, it has to be very thick paper to not be nearly as terrible. True facts. True facts. Yep. Yep. Meow. Meow, meow, meow. Meow, meow, meow. Meow, meow. Yep. I said it. Well, whatever the problem is, Officer Valkyrie, I hope it is resolved soon, and that way you can, like, feel better. Just feel better. Fridge broke, now you have to dump everything? Well, probably not everything. Like, probably a good amount of it you can, like, just cook. Like, contrary to popular belief, you could just, like, cook stuff. And then, like, it'll be good for longer. If that makes sense. Like, you can just, like, cook stuff. Like, make a big pot of soup out of a bunch of different stuff. Just get some, like, mason jars or something. And just, like, throw all that stuff in there. You know? Just a nice big thing of soup. Put lids on it, you know? Make sure it's, like, mostly sealed. That'll be good for at least a week or two. Like, there's a lot of stuff that you can just use, you know? The cheeses that are mostly dry don't necessarily need to be refrigerated as much. So, like, if you've got, like, aged cheddars or aged Goudas, generally the aged cheeses, those will definitely last a lot longer. For the stuff like mozzarella with, like, high fat content, not very aged, what you could do with that is you could turn it into, like, a crispy cheese sort of deal. Basically, just, like, spread it thinly over a baking sheet, and just, like, put it in the oven. Let it crisp up for a bit, you know? It works. It may not be the most appetizing thing, but it works. Had to clean out a moldy freezer and you didn't gag? Wow. Good job. Proud of you. Oh. Hey. Yay. There we go. Hands. Anyways. But yeah, there's quite a lot of things in the fridge that can be saved. It's just that if it's like milk, I think milk is probably the biggest thing that would go bad, like, the quickest. That said, you can make fresh cheese out of milk. So that is technically kind of salvageable. What else? Eggs. Most people put their eggs in the fridge, especially in the US, because of what they do to the eggs to make them the way they are. If you're not in the US, usually it still has, like, the protective layer on it, so it doesn't need to be refrigerated. But yeah. Oh, butter doesn't need to be refrigerated. It just doesn't. Like, you can refrigerate it. It will last longer, but, like, if you're gonna use it within, like, the next 2-3 weeks, you don't need to refrigerate it. Probably too late to save anything in the fridge. Nah, it's not too late. Like, if it happened within the past, like, day, 2 days, something like that. There's probably still a lot you can save. Like, it all depends on what it is. The raw meats can even still be saved if it's within that amount of time, because if it hasn't been opened and closed a lot, it's still pretty good temperature. So you could just take all of your raw meats and just like do a grill or whatever. Just grill it all. Yeah. Or just bake it all. Do you remember me? Yes, I remember you, Sawyer Ritz. I do remember you. Casual reminder that I'm both on YouTube and Twitch. I dual cast. Yay. Anyways, like I said before I ended earlier, I am going to I'm going to finish the video that I had like 10 minutes left of earlier. This is about the Wukong devs. They were offered a $7 million basically extortion from Sweet Baby Inc. Afterwards, they started getting like all of these mistranslated allegations of sexual misconduct about their company, which is entirely inaccurate and definitely in poor taste. Howdy, fan, how you doing? I know what, you were going to make a video game again? Yeah, this is part 2. Every Tuesday, if I stream before my event, I will probably also stream after it. That's just how it be. Thank you for the head pats. Thank you, thank you. Yay. Good thing you moved all the stuff from the freezer. Yeah, freezer is usually the one that you want to get to first. Yeah, it's always stressful when one of your appliances that you actually rely on goes bad. Definitely need to replace that as soon as possible. Anyways, let's finish off this video.
It's easy to take advantage of them. It's just that simple.
The fucking grift. Like what, they're the ones creating the scandals that no one cares about. They got enough clout on Twitter in order to make it look like it's coming from the gaming community. And by the way, there may be actually some unhinged people that genuinely believe the bullshit that they're peddling.
Oh yeah, of course they do.
And what ends up happening more often than not is that the companies go like, okay, well, we're going to back down, and they're going to make these business deals which are exorbitantly expensive. I mean, $7 million. Jesus fucking Christ.
Totally made up
number,
by the way.
And on top of that, the game suffers.
Completely made up.
Like, I don't know of a game that you can look at and you can say, wow, I am so glad that the diversity consultants work on it, because look how better the game is now.
Yeah.
If anything, you're lucky if the game is good after the consultants are done with it. Because it's definitely not for the gamers. And when you look at what the consultants are saying on Twitter, they despise gamers.
Yeah, from everything I've seen, every single game where Sweet Baby Inc. has been involved, it's just been worse. It's just been worse in some way or another. Like, it's just diversity for the sake of diversity. Forced diversity is awful. If it's very obvious that it's just something shoot into the game for the sake of being there, it's so disingenuous and takes you out of it. It ruins the immersion. It makes it a worse game. And Sweet Baby Inc. is the one mostly behind all that shit. Yeah. It's not great.
They're actively antagonistic.
They do. They do. It's very obvious. If you pull up a lot of their like social media profiles and you see the kind of things that they say, these people are absolutely racist.
Yeah, they
like,
are.
It's not even a question.
They're all like, oh, you can't be racist against white people when they're othering white people. Well, who would have guessed?
Like, they're racist. They have resentment towards like men. You know, like maybe they have like some deep-seated problem with their dad growing up, and so now this is like a big problem to them.
Yep. Yeah. They hate white people. They hate straight people. They hate
I wish that
gamers.
More people that played video games, like
they just want to spread an agenda.
I see a game that I feel like this game doesn't like me, or like somebody doesn't like me, I just kind of stopped dealing with them. Like as a guy, like I would never want to like support a game that like those people are involved with. And I think it's like almost my responsibility not to. And I would say like for you guys, it's the same thing. Like I would like if you think the same way I do, right? Obviously, like you should think what, you know, if you disagree, you don't want to do it, you don't have to do it. But like to me, whenever I see this, I think to myself, okay, fuck this. Like I'm not going to support this at all. This is awful. This like doesn't represent me. This is insulting. It's weird. Like it's yeah, absolutely not.
Yeah, I do agree with this. I may not be like the same as him. Like I'm who these people think is the target audience. Like I'm a trans woman, right? So they think that I am the target audience. So they want to put all of this special, quote unquote, diverse stuff in there to be like something that appeals to me. But it does the exact opposite to me because it feels like pandering. It feels like it's just checking a box. It feels like the exact same way when you see all of these corporations suddenly have a rainbow logo during Pride Month. It feels exactly like that. It's such disingenuous bullshit for the sake of pandering. They're only doing it for the sake of doing it. They just want more money. They don't actually care about us.
And the truth is that if people collectively didn't do that, this stuff would go away overnight. And I think that it's beginning to as well. Like you're seeing that with like, for example, like that Star Wars Acolyte, you know, show. You saw that with like that Witcher spin-off show. And these shows are just like massive failures. And at a certain point, these people will run out of money. And the companies will realize that, you know, it's all bark and no bite. And the truth is that they don't really create any value. They don't improve anything. All they do is, at best, not change anything. And the majority of the times, just make it worse.
Realistic towards the customer base. So,
Disney's not running out of money anytime soon? Well, it's not running out of money. But, like, whenever the stock for Disney goes down, the shareholders will want accountability for that. And as it becomes more and more obvious that the stock is going down as a result of practices that are, you know, basically not profit driven, then the shareholders will want to have replacements made. That's the way it happens. Like that's you know, fiduciary responsibility, shareholder accountability. That's the way things work.
Wait, things are supposed to work? What the fuck?
Chinese developers
Bro.
took out. It rarely
Yeah.
happens, but I do think that they have a more objective opinion because they're from the outside looking in.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they're not affected by this. They don't care. You know, they're not going to get blacklisted from the industry or anything. They have no reason to lie. Like, why would they lie about it? If diversity consultants were so great, why isn't China hiring them? Think about it.
Yeah.
Let me know what you guys think. And as usual, I will see you in the comment section.
Yeah, I think he's pretty much right. I mean, again, I don't really put a lot of stock into this like statement that was made, but what I do put a lot of stock into is the fact that a lot of the companies, like IGN wrote these negative articles about this game. And whenever I see that happen, the first reason for that I'm going to imagine is because people like this are trying to push that narrative. I think people is coming to understanding this. Way too much money is being lost for something that companies don't really believe in. No, they're not. Yeah, Disney always wins is like a casino. Well, I hope so, right? I just don't want them to make movies like that. I mean, there's not really much to say about it otherwise. And but yeah, I mean, the 7 million stuff, like, I don't think there's really a citation for that. I have no idea. But I think it's very obvious that, you know, these people operate in an ecosystem that is hostile to you if you don't comply with them. So what I mean by that is that, you know, there are these consultancy companies who find problems that don't exist. And then there are journalists that publicly find problems that don't exist. So basically the journalists create a problem that the consultancy groups like supposedly solve. But the truth is that neither of them create any value for the product. And they're both basically just like parasites feeding off of the same host. Like, that's effectively what's happening. And I think as soon as companies realize that these people aren't really the target audience, these people aren't really going to buy your game or anything like that, they're just going to complain about the next game. Then as soon as that happens, I feel like finally, you know, we'll see some things change. But that's going to take some time for that to happen. You sell if you solve the problem? Yeah, exactly. In this case, they didn't create the problem. They reported the drama that was already happened in Weibo 4 years ago. Sure, yeah. Isn't it weird how many likes these people get on social media, but it doesn't reflect in sales? It's all fake outrage and people who aren't gamers. Well, this is another, like, that's kind of what I was saying before, is that, like, if you looked at Twitter, you would think that I'm probably the most unpopular and worst person that has ever existed on the face of the planet, right? But the reality is that there are so many people that watch me every single day. Like, there's literally millions of people that watch every day. So
I watch every day.
That social media is and also
it's because he usually has good takes.
That, and this especially comes into truth inside of like most controversial statements. So for every single like social issue, there's the acceptable and the unacceptable opinion to have. So like, and this is for content creators and influencers, right? So it's acceptable to say that you support Biden. It's unacceptable to say that you support Trump. It's acceptable to say that you support Palestine. It's unacceptable to say that you support Israel. It's acceptable to say that you're excited for the Assassin's Creed game. It's unacceptable to say that, you know, you're not because there's like a minority black character there. And like, this is just the case that like with the trans thing, right? With Nick Merckx, it's acceptable to shit on Nick Merckx and it's not acceptable to agree with him. So what you're getting is that you're getting a set of influencers and people that are only able to express one point of view. So it's not that the influencers that are talking about it are fake. It's that the ones that disagree with them can't speak. So you're only hearing half of the conversation. So things on social media are extremely one-sided because the reason why content creators do this is for money. They don't really care about these issues in a lot of cases at all. And the only reason they're talking about them or focusing on them is for virtue signal points, right? And the people that are not doing that, the reason why they're not doing that is because they disagree and they can't voice their opinion. They're not allowed to have their opinion. Yeah, if people say they agree with Nick Merckx, they can get banned on Twitch regardless of what the streamer it is. Well, I don't think maybe necessarily get banned because like Nick Merckx didn't get banned. So that's probably not true, but they could lose sponsorship opportunities. They could lose other types of things like that, get kicked out of an org that they're in, etc. So do you not do the same? I'm confused by what you mean by that. Yeah, that's what happened to Destiny. Regressive opinions could just get less popular. Well, what I'm saying is that like on social media, any comment that's posted by, like, you're not going to have a lot of popular content creators come out and go against like trans people, for example. But it's very obvious that the way that people look at things in the public, right? Like the actual public sentiment. If you assume that influencers are a rough, accurate, like representation of what the public believes, it would make sense that a lot of people just per capita would agree with Nick Merckx. A huge amount of people would. But you're not seeing that on social media from other influencers. And the reason is money. That's the only reason. If there was no money to be made in social media and on the internet with YouTube videos and advertisers and stuff like that, people would be saying completely different stuff. That's the real reason. That's because they're not in the majority. If they were, then there would be money in it. I think it depends on the topic. And what I'm saying is that I think also like social media ethics and social media like values are oftentimes like very detached from reality. And they're not really detached, but they don't accurately reflect the population.
True. It's because so many people on social media are just like in their own sort of little bubble, you know? They're always just sounding off each other and ignoring any opinions that don't align with theirs. They're just in a sounding chamber, their own little bubble. And that's incredibly unhealthy. That is so unhealthy.
So yeah, it's not worth the hassle. The question is why the big companies push this agenda. It's because I think that they're afraid of what could happen if they don't. That's why.
Welcome back to Check This Out, where I show you guys my
Yo.
favorite memes every couple of weeks. And today, we're joined by... That's you.
Brian.
Mandy, hi. Meow like a cat, but I'm a dog.
She is a dog. Thank you guys for joining me. Are you ready to witness my memes? Looking forward to it. Hell yeah. And at the very end, we're gonna check out their memes and figure out who's the best and who's the worst.
Memes. Just skip.
Check this out.
There we go. Dick move.
Wait for it. Surely he won't honk a second time.
No, this-
And here they come. It's like he aggroed them, bro.
yeah. Oh no. That's a weapon.
You can hear like the Skyrim music. I
Dick
personally feel
move.
like that is a completely harmless prank.
Oh yeah.
I mean, these guys are old, white, rich guys. They're not doing anything productive.
They don't even need this to be a good hole.
You can fuck with them, man. Hey, we all know they ain't scoring very well.
I don't know. I
very
feel like
good.
I'd be one of the old men just getting mad. I'm like, yo, what's going on?
I mean, as an old man yourself.
It's coming. It's getting.
I mean, if it was one of my friends doing it, or I was doing it to friends, that would be totally fine. But if it's just a random stranger doing this to random strangers, it's a dick move. Dick move.
I've thought about it a few times.
If you're starting to think about balls more often, that's the first step.
Oh, I've been thinking about balls a lot lately.
All right, Meow, you want to bring us to the next
Balls
Check
of
this
steel.
out.
Beer.
Gotta love the sweat stains.
What does his shirt say?
That's what I was trying to read.
Coffee, you're on the bench. Alcohol, suit up.
Oh, I thought that said. Okay.
I thought it said too.
Thank
I was trying to
you.
read it the entire
Slut up.
Actually, like, focusing on
Nice.
the meme.
I was focusing in. I was locked.
I'm not gonna be surprised if alcohol makes this guy a slut, because I'm getting attracted right now. Y'all ever been in a wave pool that insane?
I've been in a wave pool, but not like that.
That's I feel like you could die.
He did.
Bro's face.
He's gone. They have mermaid tails now. You ever play mermaids in the pool?
Mermaids in the pool? Like you're just kind of pretending to be a mermaid?
Yes.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can play dolphins too.
Yeah. You're like, what's your mermaid power?
My mermaid power would be sucking.
It
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Fanny,
Nice.
Can you take us to the next one?
Yo, check this out.
Perfect.
I see.
Did you guys?
Nice.
Lincoln Park, yeah.
Yeah.
Classic.
Very
Don't
nice.
shake
That
your
went
head.
right over my head. That entire
Are you
meme.
really?
This song is
It
like
went too fast.
was
It
just
starts
right over my head.
with
everyone
one.
should know the song.
I was locked in.
I know the
saw it.
song, but I didn't get the meme.
It's the
sign
age.
of the
Invited this old
times.
guy.
It's just completely over my head, dude.
It's just a prank, bro.
This is kind of unrelated,
Bruh.
but this video made me think of a video that I saw on Twitter.
Do
And I
not
didn't
mess
watch the
with
whole
people's
video, but it was
food.
a guy rating fast food burgers based on fuckability.
What?
Like
Wait,
where?
Wait, how full the burgers were or the set?
Yes, which if you think about it, I think that's the future of.
What?
If you can make someone laugh and make them come, you're doing something right.
Just tickle
You've
them
never
until
been so
they.
curious to try.
You know what? Never mind.
You never looked at a Big Mac and
Honestly,
said,
that would be the first thing I would do if I was a guy. Is
Yeah.
like try to like all of the things.
cheeseburger?
Obviously.
Yes. Yeah.
"Okay,
why
what
not?
about a burrito?"
Warm.
A burrito's already right the shape. This already the same shape. The right shape. Fuck. I can't speak.
You mean it? Yes, boss.
So sweet.
10 seconds of getting extinct.
We love charity. God.
They gave him money for it though at the beginning, right?
Yeah. At least he's getting paid.
I doubt he
Oh.
got it.
You're on
They
a
just
roller
took the money
coaster.
back while
I mean,
he was
bro's
like,
gonna be so dazed by the extinguisher, he's not even gonna know what happened.
I
Bruh.
thought we were witnessing something wholesome.
Not here. Not on this show.
I was a trainer for Bruce Lee back in the day. I'd have you on the ground in 0.3 seconds.
Ayo.
I've tried to do like nervous gulps, never sounded anything like that. I'll start.
That was pretty good.
That was actually
I've been
really
training.
Good. I can't do it. No, I can't do it.
Bro's actually nervous.
I
So
tried.
nervous that he can't gulp. Oh,
Wait.
pretty good. Pretty good. Okay, I think that wins.
Dr. Poop, do you have anything to say?
Well said.
Honestly, I thought it was
Bro.
kind of him to get really like. Why get political? Just right out the gate.
At a family event.
How did he
Right?
do that, though? The frequency?
He's like, oh.
How did he make that noise?
I'm like the old guy watching this, like, wait a minute.
Guys, let's check this out.
Check This Out is brought to you
Oh.
by Starforge PCs, the best PCs in the universe. And right now,
But, but,
answering,
there we
let's get
go.
right back into checking this out.
Why my sausage is screaming?
No.
What are you doing?
Help them.
Those poor sausages.
I hate it.
Why are you looking at the screen like that? Like,
Well,
You're talking about food around him.
He's just
know.
thinking
we're talking
about putting those sausages in
whether
his
we eat
mouth.
them just because they're screaming. I'd be fine with it. Don't they normally scream when you're eating them? You know.
What do you mean? What do you mean? Wouldn't I know?
Is your food normally screaming? That's a little bit sus.
Things are getting a little intense here, guys. Just on the people is crazy. That's actually
Bro.
wild. Y'all ever used to do any shit like that?
I would put like fireworks in people's mailboxes and stuff, but you know.
I had buddies that would like get
Bro.
water balloons, fill them with mustard, and throw them at
No.
cars' windshields as they drove by. Which, looking back on it, is insane. That's car accident material.
That is-
Waiting to
Yeah,
happen.
that's actually an issue.
Wow.
I used to have kids that did that over where I grew up too. That they would throw rocks and stuff though.
Oh no, I've
And it actually
Rocks is
crashed.
crazy.
It actually crashed vehicles, and they went to jail and stuff. So that's crazy.
Holy
Probably did
shit.
that. Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Alrighty, check this out.
Oh shit! I dropped my wallet.
My God.
My wallet.
Damn.
The tails and everything.
Those go hard.
He ate with that angle.
Those
that was
slippers are
insane.
You had
beautiful.
to get the 360 turnaround.
I'm gonna go grab that twisted tea from downstairs. This jacket was a mistake. Oh, that
I
room
know.
gets
wait,
he,
no,
has,
he
he
took
doesn't
his
have his
thing
headphones
out.
in, but he.
Yeah, but you can hear him.
Oh no! Is he going to the bathroom? Yeah.
That's so great. Editor, we're
Well-
leaving this one in. Ooh, maybe he shouldn't have that twisted tea.
I think it's funny.
It is.
Oh, a second little burst.
Oh yeah, yeah. I've always wondered like why do guys do that? Like it's like they start and then they stop and then it's like they got a little bit left. in the tank.
Sometimes you like realize there's a little more left in the tank. You kind of give it an extra push, you know. Hey, buddy.
Nope.
How was your pee-pee?
Not too bad. Not too bad.
You know you have
we
the
got
mic on
a we got a
still.
front row seat.
It's recording.
Yeah. You know what? You gotta keep all that. I actually like that you guys were there with me. That's great.
Well, you guys have seen these rat shoes here. What do you think about the fish flops?
Howdy, Aubrey. How you doing?
Women want him, fish fear him.
Wife's
Oh
gone.
my God.
House to myself.
Look at that bowl.
Cow in the house.
Oh.
Cow in the house. I'm with you. on
That's a
that.
cow house.
That's you.
A little bit of a
It's thundering over there.
You're handsome.
Fair enough. That's a handsome bowl.
This is not one of the more fuckable cows, though.
What?
Where's that? Wait, which one?
What makes a cow fuckable to you?
It's the same premise, right?
Bruh.
Or
you hit the rewind button on that, buddy.
It's not ground beef yet.
Oh, okay.
I see.
Sure.
In fact, yes.
He
I
said,
understand the
he
rules
said it's
now.
only okay once it's been cooked. That's insane.
Yeah, I understand the rules now.
Listen,
Okay,
buddy,
okay.
stay very far away from a farm. all
Cows
right?
are not fuckable at all. I got it. Okay.
Guys, I asked you to bring me your favorite memes, and I think you did. Who wants to go first?
Katie's gonna go first.
Wow.
That was a group decision there. She pointed at the same time I volunteered.
Yes, I saw you staring.
That's mine too.
Might I suggest you take a picture?
Thank you for the head pats. Yay!
Last one, girl.
I also had pats.
Must have had a success. Intimidated by my aura?
His
Boy, if
aura.
I had a dollar for every time I heard that.
I had to add a hard watch in here.
Good
That's
by now. Let me guess. You got butterflies down there. Well, lucky for you, I know my way around Aquarius.
This is so cringe.
Go get a drink and
That's insane.
I'm not gonna
no,
lie though.
not the freeze frame. I
Bro,
hate
the
it.
thing is, I know this is just a bit, but he's too good.
It's too good.
He's too good. If this thing wasn't blocking me, this show would get banned, by the way, because I'm bricked up. He's got me.
The one that's like the most memeable lyric is the when your legs don't work like they used to before, and that came my gran had lost her ability to walk, and the song was basic.
Bro laughed early. I didn't think that would be actually what the lyric would be.
It's actually about my grandma whose legs don't work, and everyone's like, oh.
Well, I mean, bro set it up. He said it's memeable, and then goes on to like a really sad, real
my
thing.
goodness.
Reaction, dude, it's all of our reactions watching that. Oh.
Very good. All right, Brian, you're up last. Best for last,
Yep,
Brian.
yep.
Surely. When you're getting your prostate checked and you feel the dot. Is this a personal one or?
I mean, if you
It
haven't gotten
is.
it checked yet, you should, Jimmy. Prostate cancer's a killer, okay? You should go get checked as soon
Bro.
as possible.
But which doctor does that one?
I'll give you the number after this. Trust
Thank
me.
you. Yeah, I've been studying for that exam. I tell you.
You're gonna pass. I'm
That
telling you,
doctor
you're
ain't gonna
pass.
take me off guard. I'm gonna pass with flying colors. Usually, I like to pick a winner after all of this. Do you guys have a self-proclaimed winner between you guys? Because I got one locked in.
I have one that I like the most.
Now, are y'all gonna vote for yourself or?
Wait, are we not supposed
I think
to
we
be?
should say 1, 2, 3 and say it at the same time.
Who wins? 3, 2, 1, go.
Sandy.
Yeah.
I was gonna say the same damn thing. Fanny, you had the best meme. Well, thank you guys for joining. I'll see you guys on the next episode of. Check this out. I thought I was.
Yay!
professional. Someone's getting fired, and it's gonna be
Damn.
David.
How much did you pay for this?
Meow.
I say that because David will be editing this.
Yeah, David.
Check this out.
All right. Gymquisition, let's go. Hell yeah.
Hi, I'm Stephanie Sterling, and I'm here to tell you all about titty critters. The critters for titties. They're good. Yeah. No.
I've been doing fine. Been doing fine.
Terrible having a critter in your titties. But no, their claws, they're actually kind of soft, like a bag. They don't bite if you ask them politely. And as far as the fur goes, it's not really that itchy if you block it out and get used to it and block it out. And the warmth, I mean, it's fantastic for these incoming winter months. You know, July, August, and the like. So, really excited about it. It's critters in your titties till the contract's fulfilled. I took the money, so they're here to stay. Critter titties! We're coming off the back of what's been called an incredibly promising showcase from Microsoft at this year's video game show and tell. Some are even saying it represents a significant turnaround moment for the Xbox brand and the Xbox brand family of Xbox. I love it when brand, so this is great news for brand. We got to enjoy lively reveal trailers for such exciting games as mascot platformer Mr. Onion Bugger, Simon Le Bon's Needful Things, and Hilt to Liquor 2, The King's Armory. They've included bayonets this time. You'll notice I'm not taking this particularly seriously and I'm chatting shit rather than deigning to promote any of Microsoft's nonsense. After all, everyone knows Simon Le Bon is actually working on an adaptation of the Tommyknockers. I'm taking the piss because in the shadow of Microsoft's positive news, Phil Spencer farted out a sorry little statement about all the layoffs his company has indulged in. And no amount of dressing like a mid-2000s game journalist is gonna let that go unattended to. Certainly not when he's doing the pity party thing and pretending it was a hard decision for him. As we've discussed in the past, layoffs are not a tough decision and they're not something that a company is hit with. It's an active short-term cost-cutting method they very easily decide on to assure investors that the company is making more money than it used to, lest it look like they're not magically growing forever until the end of time. Importantly, it's a cost-cutting method.
Yeah,
that
the tracking for my eyes isn't
over
the
other
best.
cost-cutting methods. While Microsoft can find billions behind the couch to acquire other corporations and go to court to tell lies about what it'll do with Call of Duty,
It's
while
because
it
of my
continues to
glasses.
pay executives more money in a year than they'll ever ever need in their lives, it just doesn't have enough cash to keep a successful studio like Tango Gameworks around. We've talked quite a bit about the industry's disgusting epidemic of layoffs this year. And I mean, we've talked about it this year. The epidemic's been going on for a couple of years now. And we've talked in particular about Microsoft's contribution to a very real problem that's fucked over tens of thousands of people who've only ever laboured to bring in the company's tasty profits. We especially paid attention to Microsoft's inadvertent admission that studios like Tango were screwed regardless of how successful they are, because Microsoft will alter the bar for success as needed to justify the layoffs. So spare me Spencer's month-late unapologetic performance about how hard and sad it is to be the man holding thousands of livelihoods in his hands and squeezing. In talking with IGN, thus confirming he'd have a safe softball pitch to talk on, Spencer's grifts had this to spew. The closure of any team is hard, obviously, on the individuals there, hard on the team. I haven't been talking publicly about this because right now is the time for us to focus on the team and the individuals. It's obviously a decision that's very hard on them, and I want to make sure through severance and other things that we're doing the right thing for the individuals on the team. It's not about my PR, it's not about Xbox PR, it's about those teams. Once again, we have a great example of a corpo presenting things that just so happen to benefit their corporation as an altruistic decision. Funnily enough, the supposedly altruistic ones are the only decisions they take any meaningful responsibility for. I love this complete horse's garbage. Oh, it's not about my PR. That's why I waited until it was strategically beneficial to sneak out my offensive justification. What would have been a good thing to focus on with the team is on taking some accountability for the jobs he jettisoned and the industry he just made a more terrifyingly unsustainable place for tens of thousands of creative and hardworking people. Well, unlike PR, Spencer very much feels sustainability is about him and Microsoft, and certainly not the job market. Well, except even that's a lie, because it ain't about being sustainable, is it? In the end, I've said over and over, I have to run a sustainable business inside the company and grow, and that means sometimes I have to make hard decisions that frankly are not decisions I love, but decisions that somebody needs to go make. So said the man whose company is so thoroughly sustainable at present, it's been able to acquire companies as huge and profitable as Bethesda and Activision, which just so happen to be where a lot of Microsoft's layoff victims have been found.
Suspicious.
You know, because of the decisions Microsoft made, not because it needed to be sustainable, but because it's gunning for a de facto monopoly of the video games industry. None of this is a hard decision for executives. It's literally what they've considered an inherently acceptable early line money saver for as long as they've been doing this shit. Something they shrug off as an inevitable part of the business. These slimy fuckfaces need to stop lying about how hard these decisions are while simultaneously behaving as if they didn't even have a choice. Maybe I'd be more inclined to believe the former if it came without the contradictory latter, but probably not. I'm kind of biased against duplicitous corporate bollocks. Of course, the operative word in all that come was not sustainability, but grow. As I've emphasised every time I've seen a corpo wanker try to just smuggle that in there. It's all about growth. If we were in a world that made sense, a company simply being sustainable would be considered a job well done, and it could just chug along continuing to make money for everybody involved. However, thanks to the rule of wanting all the money, simply doing a good job isn't enough. When you've decided your only purpose is to make money, making money will never be enough, and there will never be enough money to make. He's a catshit liar telling catshit lies when he says it's about sustainability. The only thing these companies are trying to sustain is their myth of infinite company growth. Speaking of which, we will continue to go forward. We will continue to invest in what we're trying to do at Xbox and build the best business we can, which ensures we can continue to do shows like the one we just did. Well, so long as you can continue to do shows, that's all that matters, right? Unfortunately, for most people, that really is all that matters. The hype, the marketing, the products that must be mindlessly and guiltlessly consumed. Having spent years now getting shouted at by gamers who say I made them feel bad for liking video games, I know all too keenly that Phil Spencer was being quite exacting when he closed his statement by leveraging his well-received marketing event. Which... I guess it is about Microsoft's PR after all, at the end of the fucking day. Any executive trying to justify layoffs unless they admit it was a decision they made in lieu of taking the comparatively easy financial hit themselves, and the decision itself was pretty easy, is fucking lying. On that note, I want to revisit former Blizzard boss Mike Ibarra, who leapt to Spencer's defense a month ago. Well, at least someone had the backbone to address the situation, even if it wasn't Spencer himself, and even if it was an intellectually insulting bit of wagon circling. We last saw Ibarra suggesting that AAA video games, after charging their money, should also allow for a tipping function. Because if anyone deserves an extra couple of quid, it's Activision Blizzard, for fuck's sake. I see lots of shots of Phil over today's Xbox announcements, he whined. Hey, I get it, but knowing him as a human, I know this hurts him as much as anyone else. I can't speak for... I'm too annoyed. I can't speak for all of the leadership here, but I do know him and I do know what he is likely going through. What he is going through? Like, he's still got his job, right? He's still got his massively well-paid, high-ranking job, right? I would love to know how, exactly, this hurts him as much as anyone else. As much as! Like, even if we did want to entertain the unlikely notion that Phil's feelies were really hurty-worty, how is that pain on the same level as losing your livelihood? How does feeling a bit sad for a day compare to people who did a great job having their careers fucked over to save the company that bought their jobs a fraction of a coin or two? I'm not trying to defend the decisions, Ibarra defended. I think we all get ourselves into situations that are tough and unexpected. Certainly I have. It's part of the job, as is the accountability for the outcomes. And I think right there is a perfect example of what I was talking about earlier. At once, layoffs are this unexpected shock that took the poor executive by surprise, and they're an inevitable part of the business. Total surprise, but totally expected. Also, what accountability did Phil take for the outcomes? A month of not saying anything and keeping his high-paying job. And no, I'm not calling people online criticising his indulgences anything close to accountability. Like, this is where it really unravels the tale of woe. People lost their jobs. They lost their jobs and were thrown into a job market that doesn't have room for them. And men like Spencer are just throwing more and more people into a cramped dumpster fire. And Ibarra can't even tell you exactly how Phil suffers, because in comparison, whatever he's going through is less than fucking nothing. Hurts him. Yeah, actually, he's gonna get an attaboy for this. The praise he'll get for being such a good little money sniffer will be quite the salve for his emotional wounds, I should think. Also, you can't just say you're not doing the thing you're literally doing, Mr. Not Defending His Decisions. But he's a good human and he cares deeply for the creative process and developers. That's my first-hand experience in working closely with... I mean, that's a load of crap. He's a video game executive, not a good human. This kind of shit is no different in aim from that absolutely pathetic movement a few years ago to generate sympathy for those poor maligned billionaires. It's people in positions of immense privilege learning that the world's a more critical place outside their little group of yes men, and they expect the critics to feel just as sorry for them as they do themselves. It's people without empathy, ironically wanting us to see their side of things, unable to imagine that we won't see their perspective because they understand no other perspective than theirs. It is so fucking offensive to suggest Phil Spencer is just as hurt by the layoffs as the people he's hurting. He's specifically and literally not. This kind of comment is so out of touch it demonstrates perfectly the level of disconnect the executive class has from the people who are actually being harmed. It's exactly that kind of disconnect that ensures layoffs are nowhere near the hard decision they should be. These are just resources to company leadership, just expenses in need of trimming once the aggressive expansion is followed by the ruthless cuts. You don't get into positions of power at these publishers without being willing to cut throats, without finding decisions like layoffs far easier than a normal person would. You're a dickhead. That's what you need to be to get into that job. Own it, you cowards. Also dickheads.
Finally.
regular viewer may know, we've been trying to keep it a little lighter recently on this show. You know, try not to make all of it doom and gloom like it was a couple of years ago, but these layoffs are terrible and they keep coming up, they've not stopped. And certainly when executives chat shit, like Microsoft has been doing recently, you know, that can't be left unaddressed, because Lord knows the people they're saying it to aren't going to really bother addressing it. And a lot of bullshit is being chatted, and I absolutely will not stand for this whole pity party that executives are throwing for themselves. One thing that we need to remember as well, I was talking around it in the video a little bit, is that these layoffs, when they occur, they affect the entire industry. It's not just those who are being laid off, though of course in the moment they're the ones suffering most of all, but they are being thrown into a job market that is having tens of thousands of other people thrown into it at the same time. Every single instance, every single indulgence of layoffs is just making the job market harder, not just for those being laid off, but those who are already laid off. Like, I'm actually speechless at how reckless this whole process of rapid expansion and then rapid cost cutting is. Just how harmful and careless it is. They call these people job creators, and that gives them a license to do so much bullshit in people's eyes. But they're not creating jobs, they're creating problems. Fuck you, Phil Spencer. And thank God for me. In association with Credit, it is. See, I think that really cheapens it. That cheapens the point.
All right.
I'm just gonna let that one slide because that one sucked.
The roast.
I did to your dad last night.
Whoa.
All right, we have, on this side, we have Australia's #1 roast battler, gracing the Yeah Mad stage, Kirsty Carr! And coming in on the right corner, we have Cracklemore! You know how it goes? Fucking blah 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 blah. Blah 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 blah. Yeah. Ha 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 ha. And at the end of it, whoever has any more it wins. If you don't know what I said, neither do I. It doesn't matter. I'm gonna split it up. Watch the other videos, and it's gonna be great. Anyway, you guys should do a rock paper scissors and see who goes first. Ready? Go.
1, 2, 3.
Okay. You can go first.
You want me to go first?
Without further ado, I give you the Yeah Mad roast battle.
All right. Kirsty has anxiety, but I would too if I looked like an anorexic Tracy Grimshaw.
Oh, look, at least I've got a diagnosis. The professionals are still trying to figure out what the fuck's wrong with you.
Yo.
I'd like to thank Rory for taking 20 minutes out of his day from smoking crack to be here. Rory's actually got a master's degree in architecture. I know, but I'm pretty sure the only thing he's thought about building is a meth lab.
Actually, it's bongs. Thank you very much. Yes, bongs. Kirsty is actually an anagram. So if you take her name apart and rearrange the letters and respell it, it spells flat tits. There's more padding in that bra than in her anxiety blanket.
Look, Rory, that should be your ideal wet dream, right? 12-year-old tits, none of the jail time.
Oh! Damn!
Oh, man. That's so funny. That's so good. The crack's actually better in jail, to be honest.
No, do you guys remember the show Scooby-Doo? Yes. Yeah. I think that Rory looks like Shaggy, but with Down syndrome.
Scooby-Doo.
But yeah. But unlike the show, the mystery of why he's still here is yet to be solved.
Hey.
Speaking of Scooby-Doo, I'm still waiting for you to take your mask off.
Oh.
Some people don't know this, but Kirsty used to be a stripper, which means those Tuesday afternoons must have been very difficult for her. But at least she would have had enough change for the bus home.
So a bus is...
Hayden's bus.
Bus friend.
It's okay. I mean, at least people pay me to take my clothes off. They pay you to keep yours on.
How do you think I afforded all this gold?
It's weird that both Rory is living proof of why pregnant women shouldn't drink and why you should never fuck your family.
Oof.
At least someone fucks me. But no, you got married recently. Kirsty got married recently, which is fantastic. Yeah. Big round of applause. No one else expected her to get that wish granted. And her husband is a doctor. They're not in love. He's just still trying to figure out what disease she has.
It's okay, you can only catch herpes once. It is no coincidence that Rory Lowe rhymes with Rohypnol.
Damn.
When Rory isn't burying dead hookers or exposing himself to children under 12, you can find him searching attics for Anne Frank.
Damn.
Attics are great for smoking cracking. Best place to do it. Getting high in a high spot. Kirsty has trouble with her skin, which is an awful thing to happen. And so you've released a new skincare routine. It's called Meth and Depression. And you can get 20% off that if you use her code OLDBITCH.
I love go for the older card with the women. I'm older than you, but at least I look younger. You kind of remind me of the guy that like hangs out at young people's nightclubs and hassles a DJ to play Mr. Brightside.
It's a banger. Kirsty is very short. She's 5'4". That's not her height. That's her rating out of 10. 5'4". She's also an only child, which is amazing. But it makes sense because as soon as she was born, her parents looked at her and went, "Fuck, we're never doing that again."
No, my parents stopped at perfection, unlike yours, who had to try 4 more times to obliterate the car wreck that is you.
That's right. I have 4 sisters. I have 4 younger sisters.
4 younger sisters.
All of them are beautiful. You would have no idea what that's like.
They are hot. They're so hot.
Rory told me that one of his exes called him a sex machine, but actually what she called you was a fucking tool.
Oh.
You're so old, your fucking tools still go on dial-up.
Beep, 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 beep.
Kirsty looks like what would happen if Gollum fucked an unsuccessful real estate agent. My precious 2-bedroom apartment.
Bro.
At least my ring is precious, unlike yours, it's been violated by everyone.
Oh. Damn.
No, Rory is a self-confessed premature ejaculator. But we all know that nothing worth having in life ever comes easily.
You gotta play to your strengths. Plus, I'm in and out pretty quick, so I can get back in the attic.
They're very deep.
Kirsty is proof that women and wine are not the same thing, because this bitch ain't Asian well.
Oh, fuck off.
It's not nice. Oh. Sorry, I must have got this. Are we at the right segment?
This is dad jokes, bro. What are you doing?
Jesus Christ.
Thank you, my chemical dependence.
Oh!
Rory looks like the visual representation of drinking orange juice after you've cleaned your teeth.
Bro. Damn. Damn.
Oh, that's coming from the woman who looks like she drowns her kids in a river.
Ho, ho, ho.
They had it coming.
Damn.
She looks like the substitute teacher that none of the kids want to fuck. Their grades go up, but their dicks go down.
This is coming from the guy who still thinks he's old enough to kids.
Bruh.
Rory has what you call a big personality, which is what he tries to cover the fact that he looks like a toad mixed with a foot.
I'm just going to let that one slide because that one sucked.
Like I did to your dad last night.
Ayo.
I love you. I love you. I am in love with you. Can I just say that publicly?
I was wondering where my weekly allowance went. If you zoom in really close, you can actually see how far apart Kirsty's eyes are away. She reminds me of Sid from Ice Age. So here, the last dandelion.
Lacey's eye, you know, there's a benefit of having eyes like this. I can see what a big gaping dickhole you are.
Holy fucking shit!
That's the first time anyone's called me big dicked.
The hole.
Hey.
Just the hole.
Kirsty looks like she works on a radio show, but it's called Kyle and Jackie. Oh no.
This coming from a guy that looks like a Bacardi Breezer with an earring.
I'm a cruiser. I'm a cruiser at best.
Rory, if you're here, who's chasing the rabbit around the greyhound track? Rory's so skinny that he makes a heroin addict look like they're on steroids.
Damn.
I get a good sleep though.
Rory has a lot in common with the royal family, being English, inbred, and a pedophile.
So I've got all these jewels on.
So Rory is such a narcissist that the only...
Hold on, let me finish.
That the only way that he can ever come is by jerking off to his own reflection in the mirror.
At least when I look in the mirror, it doesn't shatter.
Ooh.
It's funny that he's pulling out all these ugly jokes, but yeah.
You're beautiful, Kirsty. You're beautiful.
I'm gonna go home and myself.
Oh, sorry, you've dropped that. Oh, it's pity.
So Rory's dad used to coach the soccer team Perth Glory, which Rory loved because he always enjoyed playing with other boys' balls and not scoring.
Ooh.
You would know a lot about glory, but it's usually around holes. Anyway.
You can find me at the local truck stop.
I see.
How was that one for you? Because it was bloody good for me.
Damn.
Woo! Give it up for these two guys. Let's go. Come on.
That was a strong one.
Before we get into
Holy crap.
do we have any questions?
Would this be a good time to reveal the big secret?
No. Throwing the can away.
Maybe we just.
What's the big secret? Have you got cancer again?
A Beyonce moment.
Oh! That's crazy. I thought she was just fat.
Turns out my old crusty ovaries still work.
Yeah.
Bruh.
That's just insulted both of us.
Yeah, right.
What I do.
I mean, white people, we all look the same, hey?
What is Matt doing?
Matt passed out 5 seconds ago. Matt just passed.
Syntax error, baby. Shades on, no one knows. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Well, if you're boys and girls, you probably shouldn't be here. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen,
I don't know.
if you thought Rory won, make some noise. But if you think, make some noise.
Yeah.
Well, there you go, guys. This is a bloody winner. That was the Yeah Man Rose. Give it up for these two. Absolute cracker segment. Let's go.
That was a good one.
That was fucking great.
That was a good one.
Oh, bro, look at this. Get ready.
Is that why you decided to go on the f***ing offensive instead of the maybe I don't know what to call what you did. It was weird. It's always weird. You always take the f***ing weird route. Just do the normal route, which is just do the normal route, but a normal girlfriend
You're
would do.
acting
And go,
like
I
this
didn't
is
I didn't
all
mean
just
it.
me, and that's something you really need to fix.
I'm gonna fucking bash your fucking head against the wall with a brick if you don't shut the fuck up. You because this one,
Bro.
generally, this one, you this royally.
So, who is this guy?
What?
Context. Alex is a popular content creator who in the past has gotten criticized for his holier-than-thou attitude and constantly farming
Bro.
his progressiveness for views. Well, as it turns out, his ex-girlfriend dropped a monumental bombshell detailing his history of abuse towards her. To make sure we avoid a repeat of this previous situation, I looked more into it. And she described everything she suffered in a massive 82 pages long doc, leaking all text conversations she had with him. These texts alone paint the guy as an absolute schizo freak. Then you also add his own voice recordings admitting being abusive.
Sorry, my phone cut off. It wasn't acceptable behavior, like in any way, shape or form. It was insane. And I realized that must come across as like so dismissive to you. I blow hot and cold. You've seen me. I'm apologizing 1 minute, shouting the next. Angry 1 minute, please come here, hold me. I'm really deeply sorry that it took me this long to why I was feeling that way.
I'm gonna fucking bash your fucking head against the wall with a
Bro.
brick if you don't shut the fuck up.
It's always fun. Definitely a great way to show everyone that you're not gay. And it's just funny for me to see one of these like fake nice virtue signalers get exposed for being an absolute fucking psychopath. Constantly trying to virtue signal. And I just was so happy to see somebody who's an absolute fucking rat get exposed like this, and everybody to see that these like fake personalities on the internet, they're the worst people. Get ready for a big apology video? No, because like when a rat like this gets exposed, rats love to hide in the shadows, and whenever they get exposed like this guy does, it becomes evident and obvious that it's just a rat.
The more people that play video games, the better. But, well, in some ways, not necessarily in skill. Actually, kind of the opposite. And if you're among that casual mass,
Skill?
there are
What's
certain
that?
corners of the gaming world it doesn't make sense to go. Hi, folks, it's Falcon, and today on Game Ranks, 10 games you shouldn't play if you suck at video games. Starting off with number 10, it's Escape from Tarkov. This hardcore multiplayer extraction shooter is known for two things: controversial developers, and its utterly unforgiving difficulty. There's a baseline expectation challenge when coming into any online game because real people playing the game are always going to be more unpredictable than AI. That simple. But compared to your standard shooters, this game is on another level. Everything is working against you, from the complex controls to the bare-bones in-game map to the lack of tutorials for the many complex systems of Escape from Tarkov. Everything is obtuse and difficult. Just doing something basic like healing requires multiple items that don't work the way you might think. Even something that would normally be as simple as gun customization is confusing as hell because attachments often require other attachments to even work. Certain things only work with certain guns, and none of it's explained anywhere. For most
That
new
doesn't
players,
sound
the experience
fun.
Playing Tarkov is that you drop into a map with your starter equipment, wander around for 10 minutes not knowing what's going on, and then die. In this game's case, you're just as likely to get shot by an AI enemy as another player, because the AI in this game is pinpoint accurate. It's also an extraction game, so if you die in a mission, you lose everything that's not insured. The best players are rolling around with modded out weapons and body armor, where you're just some chump with a pea shooter against them. Pretty much everything is working against you in this game, and it just dares you to keep playing. For the right kind of player, it is the perfect game. You got to be willing to put up with a lot of bull, but there is a lot of satisfaction to be had here. But if you're just playing suck, maybe start with something that has lower stakes. Playing Tarkov as your first shooter is like being a first-time gambler and playing Russian roulette. You don't have to do that to yourself.
One-on-one.
At number 9 is Ghost Runner. So let's roll back to something that's a little less hardcore, but still brutally difficult if you're not on the game's wavelength. Ghost Runner is basically Hotline Miami, but first person, and that means that death comes after just a single hit. In a game where most enemies have pistols, machine guns, and worse, even experienced FPS players are going to die a lot in this one, but if you're not, it's not so much frustrating but fun, it's just frustrating. It's one of those games where you have to kind of have a built-in muscle memory if you want to get good, and some people are just going to absolutely hate that.
That doesn't sound
The
fun
thing
at all.
about games like Hotline Miami is it's a pixel art game, top-down view. You can see everything that is coming and plan accordingly, at least to some extent. In Ghost Runner, that's just not the case. You're trapped in first person, and while sometimes the game lets you look at the area before you go through it, most of the time you're forced to rely on instincts or trial and error to get through some of these fights. Also, Hotline Miami is a lot more mechanically simple than Ghost Runner. Because of first-person view alone, it can be much fiddlier, and it's easy to make mistakes if you're a noob. Or a veteran, for that matter. It's easy to make mistakes. It's sort of the playstyle that a lot of FPS players just aren't used to, and it can be a real smack in the face. At the end of the day, it's one of those games that eventually clicks or it doesn't. There's a reason why it's kind of divisive. Some players just don't get used to the game's rhythm, so every enemy is a struggle to get through. It's a game that it does expect a lot from you. Maybe not as much as Tarkov, per se. It's a single-player game, after all, but the level of challenge here can be overwhelming for someone who sucks at video games. Even slow-mo is not going to be enough to save you. And number 8 is Rocket League. There's games with high skill ceilings, and then there's Rocket League. Might look like a cute little car-based soccer game that can be a lot of fun, screw around in and stuff, and that's true, it can be. But if you're playing the game for real, like against other players, you gotta throw any of those expectations out the window. This is not an easy time. The people who play this game now are all highly skilled, extremely competitive, and know the game inside out. And if you join a team as a little noob who has no idea what they're doing, expect your team to get basically pissed off at you for being dead weight. If you want to play Rocket League online for real, you have to learn the ins and outs of how to play it. And even at the lower levels, you need to be able to perform some tricky maneuvers. Like it's second nature, to be frank. Otherwise, you're really just of no value to your team. And that's just low levels. At high skill levels, it is unbelievable the sort of moves players pull off in this game. Getting good at it requires a special set of skills that are good for Rocket League, and that's it. They're good for Rocket League. It's a unique game. There's really just nothing quite like it in the multiplayer space, which means there's a hardcore group of players who have been playing this for years, and they're able to do some truly mind-boggling feats, and by that I mean they will report you for sucking too hard. Games where you're on your own are bad enough, but when you got a whole team that relies on you to pull your weight, things are going to get worse. This game requires a lot from its players. I mean, look at this beginner's guide on Reddit. Look at this beginner's guide on Reddit. This is a literal dissertation. For most games, getting started means skipping through a few tutorial messages, but in Rocket League, you got to study up because your first game ever is your exam, and if you flunk it, you might as well uninstall it. At number 7 is Spelunky 2. There's plenty of brutal roguelikes out there, but Spelunky 2 is just next level. The first game was rough, but this
Spelunky?
one cranks the difficulty dial all the way up and snaps it off. Like, it's unbelievable. If you've never seen these games
I'm pretty sure
before,
most people
they
say
might seem like cute
Spelunky.
little platformers, but they're actually brutal tests of endurance and mental fortitude. Every little thing wants to kill you. There's traps and enemies everywhere. And you're the world's most fragile platforming character who takes damage from falling.
Thank you for the biddies.
And this game is all about going downward. These games revel in cascading failures where unexpected and chaotic things can happen procedurally that pretty much universally lead to death.
Yeah, this is not my type of game, that's for sure.
If you're willing to roll with it, the deaths can be pretty fun rather than frustrating. But if you're the type that wants to get through the game and be done with it, these games are, I mean, for a lot of people, absolutely miserable. There's so many ways to die, and it forces you to play really cautiously, but there's still going to be so many things that just happen you don't predict. So you'll end up wasting an hour more on yet another unsuccessful run. The original game would start getting serious around the ice caves, the third area out of 4, but Spelunky 2 just wastes no time. They're out to kill you in the first area, and it only gets more sadistic from there. It's a game that's made for masochists that mastered the first game and are looking for a greater challenge, not for newbies looking to start out. Roguelike games just aren't good for players who are just starting out or for people who just kind of suck. There's no autosaves, there's no checkpoints to fall back on. If you die, your progress gets reset and you have to start again. There are some roguelikes with the progression, so like dying isn't that bad, but Spelunky 2 is old school. The best you can get is eventually starting from lower levels, which is not going to help if you suck at the game. In fact, you'll get killed faster.
Bruh.
And number 6 is Rainbow Six Siege. The thing that makes Siege so newbie unfriendly is just how different it is from a traditional shooter. Yeah, there's shooting, everybody's got a gun, but the siege part is what makes the game tricky. Attacks can come from anywhere. Enemy players can smash open doors, crash through walls, break in through ceilings. Attacks can come from any direction. It all depends on the players you're facing and what abilities they have. Many of the operators' abilities are also just not intuitive, and understanding how each one of those works, well, it's necessary to do well in the game, let's say. It's a complicated game with a lot of moving parts, requires a lot of teamwork and cooperation to pull out a victory, and for a lot of game modes, dying is a big setback. If you're just running around like an idiot trying to up your KDR, you're going to be in for a rude awakening. It's not that kind of game. You're going to get torn to pieces by your opponents and your allies for being worthless. Getting good at Siege means shooting at a high degree of accuracy and having a deep understanding of the game's mechanics. You need to know how to place traps and the best ways to counter them. You need to know operator gimmicks and how to disable them. Not to mention understanding each of the various maps to know when and where other players can and will attack from. I mean, there's a hell of a lot of stuff to know. But if you can't shoot with some degree of accuracy, you might as well give up now. Like, the fast reaction time's still very necessary. There's no class for the sucky players here, no healer or support that can hang back and just play the objectives. You just got to be able to pull it out. Otherwise, you're not pulling your weight. Rainbow Six Siege is a hardcore and very, very technical FPS. And if you suck, don't bother. It's not going to be fun for you. And number 5 is Ghosts and Goblins Resurrection. Capcom took one of the hardest games of all time, the original Ghosts and Goblins for NES, and made it way worse. The 2021 follow-up is so hard that it is frankly insulting. You'd think a new version of a classic game would include some modern conveniences to make it a smoother, more balanced experience, and in a way they did. But they made the game 10 times harder to compensate. Like the first level. The first level is ridiculously hard, and it only gets worse. Right from the first second, the game is just bombarding you with swarms of enemies and unpredictable traps.
Bruh.
It's a brutal gauntlet, meant to test your resolve at every step. If you're a masochist, there's a certain satisfaction at dying and dying again, only to finally make a tiny bit of progress. But if you just suck, these kinds of games don't let you progress. You're just slamming your head against a brick wall, and you're kind of like, well, eventually that brick wall is going to break. And if you suck, it's not gonna. You gotta know how to break the brick wall. That's the thing about this game. It's not just regular hard. It may be, no joke, one of the hardest games ever. Or at least one of the hardest given a wide release by a major publisher. It cannot be understated how relentlessly dickish this game can be. The original NES game looked like it's for babies. I'm not even kidding either. There's no comparison. We live in an age where tough games are big again. Some of the best-selling, most popular games are very difficult, but Ghosts and Goblins Resurrection, it went overboard. It's just too damn hard. If you suck at platformers, stay far, far away from this one.
Bruh.
And number 4 is Sekiro. Yeah, kind of cliche to bring this one up at this point, but there's a reason for that. This game is really damn hard. If you want to stand any kind of chance in this game, you gotta get good at parries and counters. That's the name of the game. Timing is everything in this game. Death can come in literally seconds. Doesn't take a lot of hits to get wiped out. And even with additional lives, that's where the subtle shadows die twice comes from. It's still a ball-busting experience. It's one of those games that can eventually be mastered, but when you're just starting out, even the most basic enemies are going to give you trouble. I remember struggling for way too long against the first ogre mini-boss. It's like this stupid thing was impossible, but with enough perseverance, even a chump with bad reflexes can get through. The most important skill to learn in this game is pattern recognition. Bar none. You got to observe enemies, figure out the exact right time to counter. And if you can do that, you can get pretty good in Sekiro. But if you're impatient and try to spam the block command too often, it's going to get really frustrating really fast. Not to say that spamming block doesn't ever work, because it actually does a lot of the time in a pinch. But if you can get the timing right to properly parry enemy attacks, you're going to do better at this game overall. It's just really tough. No matter how good you think you are at the beginning, you're probably
Howdy,
still
Nate.
gonna
How you
die a lot
doing?
because that's the kind of game it is. It's an unforgiving, cruel experience for beginners. If you're still a beginner, it's not going to be fun to play Sekiro unless you really like to die over and over again. Maybe you do. I don't know. And maybe you learn best by jumping into the deep end. No judgment if that's the case, but you've been warned. And number 3 is League of Legends. I'm putting League in the title, but this is really a catch-all for every Dota and Dota-like out there. For as popular as these games are, they are not kind to players who suck. There's a term for them in the community, feeders. And if you are one, you're not going to be popular. If you got a bad player on your team in a regular game like Call of Duty or something, having a crappy player is bad. But in these games, anytime one of your team dies, it's not just a setback for you, it's a boost for your enemies.
Shall try and say.
To be fair, though, it's very easy to be bad at these games. There's tons of heroes or legends or whatever the game wants to call them, each with their own mechanics, abilities, and counters. Learning to play as one of these guys is like learning to play a fighting game character, except that in Dotas, there's hard counters depending on who you're playing as. You're always at a disadvantage against certain players, so you can't just learn your own guy's strengths and weaknesses. You have to have a broad knowledge of how everything works. There's a hell of a lot you need to know going into one of these games, and even though they're top-down, there's still a certain amount of precision and skill required to play effectively. For certain types of players, it's a real thrill, but it can also be frustrating as hell, and that's if you're good at these games. If you're bad at them, well, it's pretty much all misery. It's one of those games where playing badly isn't just bad for you, it's bad for everyone.
I know what I'm doing.
And number 2 is Grand Poo World 3. Forget sucking at video games. You shouldn't play this if you're good. Being good isn't enough for Grand Poo World 3. You've got to be a Mario god to even get through the first stage. And it only gets tougher from there. Ever hear of Kaizo? This game is that. A Kaizo is a hack where the game is pushed to its absolute limit for difficulty. These things are designed to be possible, but only for the most degenerate pain junkies. Death is literally everywhere in these things. Surviving means basically playing perfect. And because Mario games are momentum based, that means the perfect movement is way, way harder. Stopping means losing momentum, which means you can't do it. anymore. It becomes impossible. So what else do I really need to say here? Look at this mess. There's spikes everywhere. All the jumps are pixel perfect. You gotta do counterintuitive tricks to survive. And of course there's the troll traps everywhere like invisible blocks meant to catch you off guard. It's the absolute pinnacle in terms of game difficulty. And if you suck at games, just stick to the regular Super Mario World. This is masochistic insanity. And finally, at number 1, Dudonpachi Daioju. A fun name to say,
what?
A hard game to play. As insane as Kaizo's like Grand Poo World are, people did manage to complete them, and relatively quickly.
It's a
too.
shmup.
Want to know how long it took for somebody to beat this game? 7 years. 7
Holy
years.
shit.
Or at least that's how long it took to beat the Death Label mode. But that doesn't mean the rest of the game's easy. Far from it. This is one of the hardest shoot-'em-ups ever made. It's the definition of a bullet hell. These games are defined by one thing, and one thing only, tons and tons of projectiles. You're somehow supposed to avoid this wall of death, and that's primarily where the challenge comes in. These games are designed to be as unrelentingly difficult as possible. The level of challenge on display here is utterly absurd. You can count your playtime in seconds at times. It's just overwhelming how much crap this game throws at you. I think it's safe to say that if you're not any good at shmups, stay far, far away from this one. These games are designed for only the most dedicated players. You gotta be willing to put in hundreds of hours of experience just to make incremental progress. These games are about as close as a game can be to impossible while still being technically beatable by a human being. And if that sounds like the opposite of fun to you, you should probably avoid it. There are shmups out there that
I'm
are
good.
player friendly. They aren't all this monstrously difficult, but in general, it's a genre for people who are willing to put up with some pretty old school design. That is to say, they're generally pretty hard. This game just so happens to be one of the hardest. Sucky players need not apply. There's nothing to be gained here, believe me. And that's all for today. Leave us a comment. Let us know what you think. If you like this video, click like.
Yeah, well,
if you're not
weren't you?
subscribed, has a great time to do so.
Baka.
We upload brand new videos every day of the week.
Get
Best way to
whack.
see them first is, of course, a subscription. So click subscribe. Don't forget to enable all notifications. And as always, we thank you very much for watching this video. I'm Falcon. You can follow me on Twitter at Falcon the Hero. And we'll see you next time.
Oh, Warcraft 2.
All the layoffs that are happening in gaming, like, at the risk of sounding a little bit cynical, have you ever heard that intention is effortless? You ever heard this? That, like,
yeah,
it doesn't matter how internally honest and virtuous someone's original intention was.
Yeah.
You ever heard of turning down your game audio?
What matters is the actual execution. Like, for instance, let me take a really simple example. If my wife, every time she was talking, in my head, I was thinking wonderful, warm, thoughtful, joyous, loving things. And then, when she's like, what do you think? I went, yeah, seems good. And that's like basically how I talked. You know, it doesn't matter the intentions. It's like the impact. Stevie, I like that.
Well, he's talking about kind of the same thing, right? Where it's like you have people that they want to talk about their intentions and how good their intentions are because it's easy for them to say that and it costs nothing.
Impact is more important than intent. And I think that in the gaming space, there was a lot of really...
Yeah.
There's been a lot of really poor execution. Just like a lot. Because I think that some studios are being closed down because they got a bunch of money, hired a bunch of people, and then got to work making a very mediocre product, not because any of the individuals that are working on it are somehow the incompetents in the industry, but because the plan being presented was a weak plan.
I think that incompetence goes all the way down to the bottom, and it also goes all the way up to the top. I don't like this narrative that's created that the only people that are making bad decisions and are bad at their job are the people that are at the top, and there aren't individual developers that don't know what they're doing. Because, like, there's all the time, like, little bugs in games that aren't fixed, and it's like somebody, like, did this wrong. It's not like this is some kind of fucking, like, you know, the CEO of the company isn't coming in there and telling them, oh, put this bug in the game. Now, to be fair, let's be fair, right? Like, it can happen indirectly with deadlines and things like that. But the truth is that every project has deadlines. Every project has deadlines. Every project probably has crunch, whether it's like Elden Ring probably have that.
And I think that there's a huge, well, I shouldn't say I think, there is a documented glut of people that went, oh my gosh, I think games.
Yeah.
I think I want to get into games. And I don't mean from like I'm an individual in college studying to become a games programmer or something like that. I mean like people with money going, oh my gosh, we should invest in games. I see that crypto and blockchain stuff has tons of money constantly flowing in and out of it. And it seems like that thing called games that I'm kind of vaguely familiar with, maybe we should just make one of those because it could connect to this well. You know, there's a lot of that sort of behavior. And so,
well, the problem is where that behavior comes from. It's not actually the behavior itself. It's that behavior, the genesis of that behavior is the same genesis of NFT behavior. It's the same genesis of metaverse. And now you're seeing it with AI. So the problem is that it's not created from an internal locus of like principle or guidance. It's caused, and like the reason why it's happening is because this person is trying to do whatever is the most profitable thing, and they don't actually care about the creative integrity of their project. That's what the real problem is. And so like NFTs and crypto games are only a manifestation of that. They're the symptom and not the disease.
I think that there's a substantial number of studio closures that are actually not this result of greed that people love to say. Because, I mean, if you look, it is a bunch of people created a business and they themselves are shutting the business down and losing their own jobs.
Yeah.
But it's...
You know what? I'm going to take a little break. I need to, like, move a bit. Because I got the yawns. I need to, like, you know, like, wake myself up more. I will BRB. Barb. Hababa. Hababa. All right. Back to videos.
It's like the poor planet, the poor management.
Yay.
That sucks. It just really
Chamkin.
sucks. And I mean, I think that
Yay.
another thing that I think is kind of stinky.
Stinky.
And this is a very thing that's very personal to me. Let me share something that's very personal. Okay, you ready? My friends, you ready? I'm about to open my heart to you. You've heard me talk about this before.
Okay.
That sometimes when people will say, "Hey, Sean, I want to become a streamer. What should I do?"
Ooh.
What should you do?
Big
Stop.
mistake. Uh-oh.
And you'll see advice that is along the lines of get a regular schedule, do collaborations, this sort of thing. And what you've heard me rant about before is that these are kind of like second layer, right? These are second order. The first order thing that you must be good at if you're a broadcaster, or if you are making YouTube videos, or if you're writing a book,
It's being
or you're making an
entertaining.
album, what you need to do is you need to be incredibly interesting, like
True.
every 10 seconds.
Well, that's where I
right.
fail. I definitely fail
As an
there.
example, here's an exercise I want you guys to do. I want you to go download Audacity, which is a audio recording program. You'll probably have a crappy mic connected to some device if you don't have a mic already.
Mm-hmm.
And I want you to talk. I want you to set an alarm. I want you to hit the record button. I want you to have no other visual stimulus, nothing on your phone, no videos you're reacting to, just nothing. Just sit there and just talk for 5 minutes. Stop, put it back on, and listen to yourself talk for 5 minutes. It hurts. It's physically painful.
This is the opposite for me. I used to record 2-hour videos of me talking, like in 2009. Yeah, I have hours of them. So by the time I actually started streaming, I had been doing it for years.
Yeah, because he built up a
it's so- I mean, you're
tolerance.
just listening, you're just like, oh my God, I'm just still
And at that time, I had been doing it for 10 years, by the way.
talking. Oh God, I'm still talking. That's what people are tuning in for.
Mm-hmm.
People are tuning in to be entertained every few seconds. And so, when someone says to me, "Hey, I want to become a streamer, what should I do?" Be like, okay, how do you become interesting every 10 seconds?
Here's my advice, is that if you have to ask, you've already lost. Whenever I wanted to become a streamer, I looked at what Kriparian was doing. I said, okay. I saw what Athene did. I said, yep. I looked at Rekful and I said, damn. And then I just started streaming. That's all it took. Yeah, I didn't need to turn this into a whole situation, right? It was that simple. Mr. Gaming, thanks for Ray, bro. I appreciate it.
Like, really, like every 10 seconds, I want you to try to be compelling either with your gameplay or with your speech. And let's assume that no one's watching the game.
Yep.
Really figure out how to be entertaining every 10 seconds. Like, there's this sort of core essence of the thing, the first order thing. How do you make the thing good?
Yeah.
And when it comes to any creative product, this is how I think about anything creative. What makes it literally, actually good? The thing itself good.
What makes it interesting? I feel like something doesn't need to be good, it needs to be interesting. Like, compelling. It needs people to, like, want to tune in and, like, care about it. Like, that's one thing is, like, for example, like, this is gonna sound weird, but, like, you think about how many people know all of these, like, weird stories about me. Like the dead rat alarm clock or the barbecue puke shower curtain. Like, and people know this shit and they're thinking about me. The cockroach, yeah, they're thinking about me. They are. I'm in their fucking head. The blood wall, yep, the blood wall. I'm interesting, yes, and you don't need to be. I
Blood
think
for
as a
the
girl,
blood
you
wall.
have to be attractive, and if you're not, you need to be a VTuber. As a guy, there's a lot more leniency for it.
As an example, if you say to me, hey, we're making a game, we have Kevin Hart is going to do the voice of one of the characters. We also have a distribution deal with a great publisher in China, in Europe, in South America, in Africa, in Southeast Asia, and right here in North America.
Somebody says you don't have to be attractive if you're super funny. That's not true. People will not like you if you're ugly. It's a very like low intelligence form of feeling, but it's incredibly prevalent. And yeah, people just won't like you. Straight up. Like, it doesn't matter how funny you are or anything like that. They just will not like you.
True. Like, if you're unattractive, like incredibly unattractive, no matter how funny you are, how entertaining you are, people just won't like you. At that point, only thing you can really do is either put on a mask or become a VTuber, I guess. Yeah.
It's like a trigger for some people. Yeah, exactly. Like, it makes them mad to look at you.
The entire global, everything taken care of. We also have, you know, partnership X, Y, and Z, and we have social features that plug into X.com and Facebook and Instagram. We have
I also want to make sure that people understand that, like, the reason why I'm saying this is because I've experienced it a lot myself personally. Like, I've had a tremendous, like large amount of, like, negative experience from this. And it's people that, like, they don't even, like, listen to what I'm saying. They're just like, oh, this guy's weird looking. Like, what the fuck? I don't want to listen to him. Fuck this guy. I hate this guy. Like, that's it. Like, you don't even get a chance. That's the way it is.
Of everything. Like, okay, is the game fun? You know what I mean? Like, is it fun?
Yeah.
Is it actually fun? I think that it's actually quite difficult to do that, but it's not unknowable to do that. And there's this kind of weirdness. And this isn't just games. This is like all over entertainment, where people will so consistently be emphasizing and talking about the thing that's easier to describe, which is like, oh, we have this great partnership with this person. Oh, we have...
Yeah, people love caring about things that don't matter. This is a huge problem that games have. Is that there is a fixation on the water physics and not on the end game progression loop.
True.
It's that simple.
Hey, welcome back, fan.
You downplay yourself a lot. Look at with the beard. No, bro. Like, I'm not. I'm not trying to get. Like, you just listen. Just go. Like, I'm not trying to convince anybody of anything. If you go and you look at a hate thread about me, look at how many negative comments there are.
There was not any
about my
food
appearance.
videos. I don't think I have any
Like,
on the...
half of them are like that.
Oh, never mind. There's one up
It's
next.
crazy. Now, you might
In,
not think
20
I look
minutes.
like a fucking weirdo, but there are a lot of people who do. It is a crazy ratio.
Industry veterans from big company A, B, and C, so you know that we got the, like, players don't play the pedigree of the developers. Players do not play the great partnerships with publishers. Players do not play the celebrity status of the voice actors involved. They play the game. They just play the game itself. Is it good? And
yeah, he's completely right about this. And this is the problem, is that it's, again, like, what's easier to do? Hire a celebrity voice actor or make a good game?
Yeah, I give zero shits about the
you
voice
just need
acting.
money
Just
to
give me a
hire
good
somebody.
game.
That's easy. So it's
Half the time, if a game has dialogue, I prefer it without voices anyways. Just give me a good game.
so easy to do the easy things, and that's why you see people that are making bad games that try to do things that don't matter. They solve problems that don't exist, that nobody cares about. Things like how the water buoyancy works. Things like, like a decay on the side of a ship. Things like the bullet drop of a cannonball. Like the ballistics of it. Like, these are things that don't matter. A solution looking for a problem? Yeah, exactly. That's important as well. that's never more important than the game. And the problem is that it's put over the game. And like, for example, there can be a really bad game that has really great water physics and graphics, and it will be considered a bad game. But there can be a really good game that has terrible graphics and physics, and it will be considered a good game. Gameplay is king. If you don't have that, everything else is bad. You've already lost.
True. Absolutely true. Look at fucking Minecraft. That game looks like ass. Look at Vampire Survivors. It looks like ass. But you know what? Those games are fun as hell. Let's fucking go.
I think it's very easy to get kind of sucked into this notion of, well, it's just a marketing issue. That's all that it is.
Yeah.
This is a perfectly delightful game, but really it's the marketing's the reason that it didn't pan out.
This is another cope by people that don't understand the way marketing works and the way advertising works. Oh, this game would have been really popular, except it didn't get the right marketing. No. Untrue.
10 times out of 10, when there's a game like that and I've gone and looked at it, it's that the game is just not that good.
There it is. There it fucking is. He's right.
True.
Completely fucking right.
Absolutely true.
It's not horrific. It's just not that good.
And also very rarely it's a problem with release date. Because sometimes a game will be released on the same day or like the same week as another really big title, so it gets overshadowed. For example, when Power World released, Enshrouded was dropped like, I think same day even. So Enshrouded got overlooked because of Power World, but thankfully, a lot of people have discovered Enshrouded, and it's doing well. Definitely feels like it would have gotten even more people talking about it if it hadn't dropped on the same day.
In a world where we have
Tower of Fantasy, bro, I'm actually still mad about this. It happened like 2 years ago. I'm still mad at Emmy because she got sponsored by Tower of Fantasy like 5 times. I got sponsored 0 times. And I was on the leaderboard. I was number 2 or 3 on the entire server for like the highest clear of like their endless dungeon.
It's a very simple reason why Emmy got sponsored and Asmon did not. And that reason is that Emmy looks better. Simple as that. It sucks. It really does. But that's just how it be.
Meanwhile, she's like level 34, jumping around. Oh, wow, there's a box here. Oh, cool. Like, are you fucking kidding me? I got every mount in this game. No, it's not because she a girl, bro, because Tectone got the same thing. I think they fucking sponsored Soda Poppin'.
Bruh.
It's like everybody got it except me. And I was the only one that played the fucking game.
unbelievable games. Like, oh my gosh, I could go play Dota 2 later. And if I'm not interested in having teammates, I could fire Hearthstone or Magic the Gathering.
Yeah.
And if I'm not interested in anything multiplayer at all, I still have more stuff to go hunt in Animal Well. Like, dude, there is literally so many amazing, amazing games that being a 7 out of 10, even an 8 out of 10, doesn't really cut it a lot of the time. It's just pass-fail. Is it excellent or not? And therefore, how does one make a game that is excellent? And
well, I think he's right about that. That's why I didn't sponsor you, because you bothered doing it. You gotta do it wrong first. That's true. Yeah, I gotta stop playing video games, bro. Like I do. I need to stop playing the game. I need to stop playing all video games unless I'm getting paid. Like this has got like I'm gonna go on strike, bro. Like except for Elden Ring. Like yeah, I gotta. I'm not. We're not gonna play any more video games. Yeah, we're done, bro. I'm going on strike for video games.
So, a lot of the, if you go look at a lot of the companies that shut down, full divisions, things like this, not in every case, but certainly in some of them, you would look at what the announcements were 2-3 years before, their early press releases of what they were going to do. You could read about the roadmaps that they had on their Discord, read about all these other partnerships that they had with person XYZ, and it's just like interesting to me how it's not just games, it's all over the place, in all forms of entertainment, how rarely there is discussion about the actual game itself.
That's because the people that get hired and promoted up come from marketing and not development. That's the reason why. So you have people that are hired to promote a product, but they don't understand the nuance of that product and how it works and how it serves a customer. So you have these people, this is the same thing. Remember the Steve Jobs thing? This is the exact same fucking thing. So you have people that are going and they're talking like, oh yeah, this is, it's got this actor in it. It's got these graphics. Like, these are people that are not gamers. They don't really understand gaming, but they're good at business or they're good at marketing or something like that. So guess what? The game gets a lot of marketing and it's bad. But meanwhile, if you have a good game, you don't need marketing for a good game because it'll market itself. Now, there are games that like obviously marketing can help a game get noticed. And occasionally, like, for example, there have been games that I've played and then it's helped the game a lot. It's boosted the game in a tremendous way. And obviously, like, that does happen, but it's like such a minor thing. And it also, like, for example, there have been a lot of games that I've played and people like really didn't like it that much. Like, I'll give you an example. That's not the right word. Let's see. Do we have anything here? Let me see. I'm going to just go ahead and open this up real quick and just show you guys an example. So I played Inotria. I thought this game was really good. I really liked this game a lot. Guess what? A lot of people in the chat were not as big of a fan. There were people who were very critical about it. If I go back and I look at other games that I've played, New World, I think, is a great example. People were very critical of New World.
Wow, it's almost like people have like different tastes for games. Who would have guessed?
That's just the way it is. Grand Blue. Yeah, Grand Blue Fantasy Relink. Like, you can't make people like something that's bad. You can only make people realize they like something that's good. You see what I'm saying? Prince of Persia Stolen Crown? Yeah, that's another great example. I thought the Prince of Persia game was great. I loved it. But everybody hated it. It was terrible. People were super negative about the game. It was probably one of the biggest surprises to me in terms of audience reception that I've had.
What makes the game good? And this is why I regularly talk about how much I admire David Wolverton, or David Farland.
Who that?
Who was an author and a writing mentor who did a lot of the business side analytics of things, talking about markets and market sizes and things like this, but was extraordinarily precise and diligent about discussing what are the actual creative properties and creative qualities in this novel, in its first pages, that are doing well or not. And one of my favorite books is his book, Drawing on the Power of Resonance in Writing, where he is literally discussing like how to name characters in a way that is emotionally resonant. This is not, oh, hey, sci-fi.
I wish that the people, you send that book to Wuthering Waves. Yang Yang. What kind of stupid fucking name is that? The hell were you thinking?
Fucking works well with this age group, so you should consider making your fantasy book a sci-fi book, right? Again, these are the sort of like outside things. This is like zooming.
It's almost as dumb as naming your wolf Moon Moon.
Creative act, making the thing that the customer experience is.
It's a Chinese name, man. It's a Chinese name. That's crazy. Are we in China? I'll tell you one thing. If I made a game for China, I wouldn't have John, Jim, and Jonathan probably in the game. I call them something different. I call them something that makes sense for Chinese audiences. Why not? Because they're not going to understand that. They're going to think they sound the same.
Good. And so,
Ooh,
finally,
Jimothy.
all
Yeah,
the
there
way
you go.
back to the industry layoffs and things like this, I do sometimes have this frustration when I see some of the businesses that have shut down. Not all of them, but some of them, where it feels like there just was never a focus on the only thing that matters. Only thing. Not enough focus on the only thing that matters.
Of course, they don't focus on the thing that matters because that's the hardest thing to focus on. Like, yeah, of
Imagine
course.
having focus.
This is the same
right?
thing. Like he was talking about streamer parallels. How many streamers have y'all seen that are like really small streamers, maybe people that you know, and they think that they're going to solve their problem by buying a better camera? That like what they
Wait,
really
people
need
think
to
that?
do is invest $10,000 into their setup, and then people will start watching them.
Nah, what they need to invest in is a personality. Because you can't get viewers if you don't have one. First and foremost, you gotta be entertaining.
There it is. This is just like a bigger scale fuck up than that. Yeah, they'll be boring in 4K, exactly.
How do you make the game good? Literally,
That's
how
it.
do you make it good? Period.
That's the only thing that matters.
And hired all the right people, got all the right partners, then just made a game that was not good enough, and there you go. Poof. I don't know. It's one of these things that tilts me from time to time.
Yep, or a
You gotta
BRB
also-
screen,
why didn't they just make
overlays,
good
yeah.
games? Well, this is another point, which is there is intention and then there is process. So, for instance, let's say
Somebody's talking about you just need boobs. No, it's actually the opposite. Like I've seen plenty of girls that had they had like a fucking like a shitty webcam. The worst thing they could have ever done for themselves is buy a good camera.
It's true.
Hey.
give me a genre. Someone give me a genre that is not Warcraft 2. That is not RTS. Give me a non-RTS genre. Okay, Bruce Malt, MMO, perfect, fantastic. This is a really good one. Okay. You want to make an MMO, there is a production side of things, which is that we need to hire engineers to solve the complicated technology needs, which would involve having thousands or maybe even tens of thousands of people in one location at the same time. How do you synchronize this? How do you make sure that you are not putting too much of a burden on bandwidth
Problem
needs?
solved.
Because if you have 10,000 dudes, each of which has 1 megabyte of data that you're trying to transfer every minute, like very quickly you have a prohibitively large bandwidth cost. So we really need to solve a lot of the technical issues and all that. So you know what? We should really hire a technical team right away to get started on that. My God, the M, one of them stands for massive. Okay, so we're gonna need to have a lot of stuff. We should actually get an art team to make sure that we have enough assets created, because we're not just gonna have enemies and monsters. We're also gonna have rocks and trees and water, and we're gonna need a whole bunch of needs. Let's get this team built, right? So again, I'm talking about production. It seems like we should hire all these people, but like, what are we making? Very literally, what are we making, and how do we even figure out if it's fun? It can feel, from a production standpoint, intelligent to really grow the engineering and the art team very, 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 very quickly.
This is what happens with a lot of companies, is that companies love to grow and add in more people. And I actually think that this is something that Elon Musk seems to do pretty well, is that how is it that you fire 80% of the staff on Twitter, but the website functions basically the same? Oh, I think I know how. I bet most...
To be fair, it wasn't really basically the same when it actually happened. There were a lot of problems with Twitter when he did that initially firing spree. There were a lot of problems. It took like a good week or two for them to actually iron out all the problems and get it to work.
Most of the people that you fired had bullshit jobs that didn't do anything. That's the truth. A lot of people aren't really that necessary. And like hiring and increasing the team size should be like the last option. It doesn't? Twitter sucks now? You think it's worse now? I completely disagree. I've had no difference in quality of Twitter. Yeah, I don't. I feel like it's the same.
It definitely feels worse to me.
Because we'll need to make a lot of assets for art. We'll need to solve a lot of tech problems on engineering. So we may as well, we've got to hire them, right? But what happens if they're building towards an unclear target? What's the quote? It's like, if a man knows not to which port he sails, then no wind is favorable. Isn't that the perfect quote? If you don't know what your destination is, it's impossible to make the statement, wow, we did a great 3 months of effort. If you do not know to which
Warcraft
port
2
you
Tides of
sail,
Darkness.
no wind is favorable. Arg, aye, Captain.
Yeah. He's right about that.
And so, it can be very easy to convince yourself, okay, let's make a small-ish art team and a small-ish engineering team while we're trying to figure out what the game is. But again, until we really
Dark
know.
and Darker use store assets from the Unreal Store. You don't even need good art. You only need a good gameplay loop. That's it. You create a good gameplay loop, and if the... Basically, like, if you create a good gameplay loop and it resonates with an audience, everything else falls into place. Everything is contingent on that.
What this game is, it's hard to be confident that anything we've made
graphics come
is
last.
actually
Yeah.
killing it. And so when it comes to doing something like figuring out what would make a good MMO, like I don't play a lot of MMOs, I don't
Smart.
really know what that
Very
would
smart.
entail. We'll need a problem statement. We'll actually need a problem statement to determine what problem are we solving. What goal, if we meet, would excite and delight players? Concretely, why would they like that? I'm very passionate about this idea because, I mean, frankly, I am not the best at any of the games that I have played. Now I'm going to shift the focus back to content creation.
Howdy, Alex
I'm not the
Myers.
best at
How
any
you
of the games that
doing?
I've played. I am not providing substantial educational value in a lot of regards like I used to. But I'm a good speaker, and I work very hard to be a good speaker. And I think a lot.
This is what a lot of streamers like get mad about. I think this is especially true with WoW streamers, is that they get mad that the most popular content creators aren't the best players. And it makes them mad because they feel like they deserve it because they're good at the game. But the truth is that being good at the game doesn't make you good at streaming. That's it.
True.
Nobody really gives a shit about being good at the game. And I think that there are like exceptions. You have people like Shroud and people like Faker. But I don't think that people understand like how much of like an exception those guys are. Like, yeah, like esports Andes. Yes, entertainment is what the reason is. People are there for entertainment primarily.
Are y'all getting entertained?
Lots of good gamers have low views. Yeah, exactly.
After every stream of like, man, when was I kind of tired? When was I not doing a good job? How can I like do that a little bit better?
Yeah.
Blah, 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 blah. So it's one of these things that like I experience it very personally. When I've been doing a mediocre job at streaming, I literally can see sometimes in real time my viewership dropping as I'm being an uncompelling speaker. Right now, my viewership has been holding very steady, which is an indication to me that I've been doing a good job of it.
Yeah, of course.
So forth. And so I think that there is
and I think also like another problem like with streaming is that people don't understand like how like numbers work and how streamers work, like how streaming works. So like for example, like your viewership
streaming
could
works?
go down.
Holy crap.
Like for example, if you're streaming at night, you're going to on average have lower viewership than if you're streaming in the earlier morning.
That is true.
That's just the way that the graph works.
That is true.
So
well, more accurately, if it's at night for whatever language you're primarily streaming in, like for me during the night, there's not going to be nearly as many English-speaking people awake as there are during the day. Why? Well, it's very simple. They're just not awake. They have other shit to do, right? Whereas, if I were to be streaming during the night and speaking, say, Japanese, then I would probably have a lot more viewership that was Japanese. Why? Because if it's 3 a.m. for me, that's like 3 p.m. for folks in Japan. Though curiously enough, that's also around the same time for people in Australia as well. Around 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. Something like that. So yeah, that's something. Timing definitely matters. Especially based on what language you stream in.
There are like all of these confounding variables, and whenever I see people that are like, you know, the people that like make these games and stuff like this, what? Yeah, no, that's the way the graphs work. Like, again, like you just look it up, look at the graph. And so the point is that if you do these kinds of things, like, you're setting yourself at a disadvantage, right? You're doing this. And so the problem with a lot of these people that make these games is that they don't have the holistic knowledge to actually have insight that has context to it. So, like, they can understand, like, one, like, slice of it. Like, oh, viewership went down, then it's because of this one thing. But there's, like, 7 or 10 other variables in that equation that they don't really understand.
Bro, I just don't understand shit.
Almost
like, I don't understand how to, like, be a proper streamer, right? Like, I can think of it conceptually, like, oh, you gotta do this, you gotta do that, you gotta, like, blah, 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 all that other stuff. But just because I can, like, conceptually understand it doesn't mean that I can actually do it, right? Because one of the biggest things is my brain does not work the same way that most people's does. It's this thing called neurodivergence. Yeah, my brain literally doesn't work the same way as other people. The majority of other people, rather. I believe statistically it's something like 80% of the population is neurotypical, right? And then the other 20% is the people that have, like, autism, ADHD, and other sorts of mental disorders. They like to say disorders now instead of disabilities because, well, it's more polite. But sometimes I definitely feel like I have a mental disability. Because, like, I'll just be, like, so frustrated that I can't function like a normal person. Like, I'll want to do something, but then, like, no matter how much I tell myself, let's do this, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this, my brain will just not. My brain will not put that into action. Internally, I can be screaming at myself to just do it, just do something, just do this thing. It'll take like 5 minutes. It'll take like 10 minutes, whatever the thing is. And I just can't. And it really fucking sucks. That's how it is for me. And there's not really anything I can reasonably do about it. Anyways.
Duty to that kind of brutality, where if I am not actually providing...
No, it's not a lack of motivation. It's not a lack of motivation at all. I'm totally motivated to do a lot of things. It's that my brain literally will not allow me to do those things.
People just leave. And I like that clarity. I like the clarity that it provides. And yeah, so finally, to put a little cap on things, I think that in the games industry, I think that there was a lot of poor planning with a lot of incredibly high-quality employees, but a lot of poor planning that just resulted in a lot of businesses shutting down that in a lot of cases shouldn't have been formed in the first place.
Yeah.
Or could have been planned differently. So that's my rant. It's my rants in advance.
I think he's completely right about everything, by the way.
I actually need to pause.
He's completely right. One of the big reasons why these companies get shut down is because they're creating and putting out a product that isn't appealing to an audience and they don't understand how to make a good game. That's the main issue. It's business in general. Yeah, it is. It's definitely business in general. So yeah.
Turn it down, 'cause it's loud. All right, here's your food stuff, fan. This one is the juiciest T-bone steak, relaxing ASMR in nature. Here you go. This one you can't really follow a recipe for. This one's just cooking in the wilderness, I guess. Yay. Kinda unsanitary, but okay. I mean, to be fair, like, he's gonna be cooking it, so it doesn't matter if it goes in the grass for a little bit. It's not gonna have enough dirt on it to actually, like, change the flavor. Cast iron skillet. Hell yeah. Taters! I love me some taters. Potatoes. Boil them, mash them, stick them in a stew. Just, I don't know what he's doing. Is this supposed to be like for a baked potato? Potato. That's the British way to say it, I guess. Gotta take the T out, like with water. Potato. British. Oh, that's a good looking tater. That's a lot of butter. All right, salt and pepper. Good old S&P. Yeah, get that butter in there. Get that flavor. Flavor. Yay. Good old roasted taters. Nice and buttery. Yeah, this is the way that people used to do baking before they had ovens. They had the cast iron pot like that, and then they just, well, as you can see. He's got pretty good aim. That's definitely one way to do it. Yay! Oh, look at that. That looks beautiful. Oh, it's crispy. Ho ho. And the bottoms should have soaked up most of that butter. Speaking of bottoms, how you doing, chat? Get it? Funny joke. Roasted vegetables are good, NGL? Yeah. I do like me some roasted veg. Well, it actually depends on the veg. I don't like all roasted veg. I feel like this is definitely too much salt. And it's... the coarse salt, I feel, doesn't work nearly as good when it's like... something you're not going to cook very long. It's probably better to use a, more... whatchamacallit? More finely ground salt. Then he adds butter. Approved. Approved. Good old fungus. The fungus is among us. In other words, it's sus. Eh. You sure do say oop a lot. Sussy fungi. Yeah. If you ever saw a man made out of mushrooms, I'm sure he'd be a fun guy. Eh. Get it? Fungi? That's so funny. Doggo. Doggo, doggo. A little pupper. Look at that little pupper. That's a good doggo. Oh, he didn't pet the doggo. 3 out of 10. I say it when I have a reaction I can't convey. That's fair. It's just like how I meow usually when there's like a lull in conversation or I don't have anything really to say. Yeah. Well, there he went and ruined it. He added whiskey. He keeps ruining all of these different things with booze. Just, why you do this? Why you do this, my dude? Like, bruh. Fried egg, too? Damn. 2 fried eggs. 3 fried eggs. The fuck is he gonna do with all these fried eggs? All of this food is supposed to be for one person. Him. But he always makes enough for a family of 4. It's night, so you can't buy anything? Well, get hecked. See, this is why you should always have snacks at the ready. Snacks are king. You gotta have your snacks. Because you never know when the hunger gonna strike. What happens when the family is of 4 is in a car? Well, then I hope it isn't a clown car. You have snacks, but they aren't to your taste? Well, then why do you have them? Oh, your sis bought them. That's fair. Oh, well, you know what I say to that? Chips. Mmm. Delicious. Got me some salt and vinegar chips. Hell yeah. Most of the crunch is filtered out because of the noise gate. Oh no, 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 no. There you go. There's only Haze and Doritos and Olay. I don't know what an Olay is. I think Haze, you meant Lay's. Yeah. Yeah, Lay's is pretty good. Yeah, I'm having Lay's brand salt and vinegar chips right now. Delicious.
YouTube, that's the Twitch chat. VTuber videos, react, laugh, have a good time. We're gonna watch the clips
Yay!
that Twitch chat has submitted. Enough talking. Let's get into it. Yago's watching Armis before debut and said they were funny.
What about you, Ruse? What about you?
Yeah, what about you, Ruse? I want to know about yours.
Oh, okay.
Where's our glazing? Are you gonna glaze us today?
Ayo.
Please.
Come on, man. We've been here for 6 months.
That's about how it was.
No, say something nice, Ruse. You gotta be sweet. You gotta be sweet. Be sweet.
Come on.
Fucking, what were my first impressions? Let's see. We did that first Discord call, and it was the most awkward thing in the universe.
Come on, really?
It was nice.
It wasn't you guys. It was the live studio audience of fucking government people staring at us.
That's right.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I'll never forget that. We're just all completely quiet watching us.
I had trouble getting a read on you because they said they put us in a room like a bunch of parents said.
All right, good luck, fam.
We were like in a playpen almost. We're just sitting with our toys.
That is tough. It's already hard in collab. Even when you're, it's already hard in a collab to like, you know, not be nervous and try to make sure everybody's having a good time, interact, get everyone involved. You know, you don't want to speak over anyone. You got a million things going on, right? And then you add that where you have a group watching you, like, okay, go. That's kind of like when you have to tell a joke. It's like, you know, all right, go. Tell a joke. It's tough to do it on the spot. Tell a joke. Give me a funny joke.
Dude, one of the most embarrassing moments, I guess, when we got to play with our models and shit, Yago was there in the G-Meets. He was there. And there were like a bunch of higher-ups there as well. And
they were tapping the glass, fucking hanging little fruit gummies down for us or whatever. And they're like, now interact. And I was like, who the fuck are these guys?
And they're on mute too, so we can't even hear when they're laughing and shit.
Oh,
and like they said, and there's our managers are like, guys, they said you were so funny. Well, I don't know if they are laughing at us. I don't know, like, and there's like, oh, okay, I have to act funny. I have to be funny for our bosses. And jeez, that was so embarrassing. Yeah,
you ever have that where someone mutes on Discord, right? They're like, all right, I'm gonna mute, go ahead, do it, or something, and then you do it, and because they're not laughing, you don't hear any laughter where it was supposed to be funny. It's awkward. And then they unmute their mic and they're laughing. They're like, that was so good, but for that whole time, it's just weird.
You're totally right. Yeah, no, oh no, I'm getting second embarrassment now. I'm getting cringe memories. Oh God!
We all did amazing. We did a really good job.
Oh, that's awesome. That's a cute story. That's cool. Hoko the bidet lover.
Bluey. Well, there were other cute characters to care about in Japan, like my friends. Not so much funny. Forgot. That's fine. Next time I want to go to an onsen or something. I want to get naked.
Ayo.
Get naked. How are the bidets? How do I describe this? It really shoots up your ass.
I've never used a bidet before. Well, let me be careful. I say
I'm pretty sure that's the point.
Everybody says that they will change your life. I've only experienced one bidet, and I didn't even know it was a bidet. My buddy has one in his house, and his parents are like straight off the boat from Italy, bro. And like, his dad was like made sure there was a bidet in the house, like, cause they needed So I remember I went to the bathroom and I was like, "What the hell is this thing?" And I remember clicking it, the fucking water shot up, and I was like, "What the?" And I asked, he was like, "It's a bidet," and I was like, "What the hell's that?" He was like, "Washes your ass, bro. It's amazing."
Am I allowed to say that? No, but it literally it aims for your butthole. And it feels really bad. I don't like it. I don't like it.
It feels bad? Hey, bidet users, doesn't it feel bad? It feels good. Startled at first. I could see getting scared at first. You know, like a little startled. Shocking, yeah.
Just imagine a very lukewarm like a tube of water shooting up your butt. You didn't abuse the bidet? No, I didn't start using the bidet until my last days because I was so scared of it. I tried to use it on like, I think my 5th day in Japan. But then like it just didn't work. I don't know why. So I got like really scared and I was like, maybe the bidet isn't for me. Maybe the bidet was the friends we made along the way. I finally got it to work. And I was like, oh shit. This is not, like, this does not feel that good, but I'm probably like really clean right now.
That's so a lot of you were saying that too. It makes you feel really clean, and that makes sense.
No, I didn't like it. Also, whenever I would stand up, the toilet would automatically flush. And I was like, how do you know I'm not in the toilet anymore? Wow. Now this is a masterpiece. Feet, mwah, masterpiece.
What the fuck?
Bruh.
After 3 years, Callie finally did it. We sped run Jump King a long time ago, and then we actually, our record is like 6 minutes and 6 minutes something, right? And it was all because of Callie, when Callie was speedrunning Jump King. So this is the DLC of the Jump King, which is really, really difficult. And it says after 3 years, Callie finally did it. I have not played these. I know they're really, really hard. I only played the original. I didn't play any of the DLCs or the extra ones. This is pretty impressive. These are really difficult. Oh, let's go. Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, dude. Oh.
Hey!
Let's go, dude. Oh, it's awesome.
Let's f***ing go! We did it! We did it!
Hell yeah.
After everything, after all the times that I thought there's no way.
Hell yeah. Listen, I didn't play these. I just know how long and big the map is. These are extremely difficult. She'd be very proud of herself.
No
She's
way.
a beast.
Nightmare slain.
Absolute
We went
beast.
from the bog all the way here. It's been what? 2 years? 2 years in the making? 3 years in the making if you count the first time I ever played Jump King. We did it, everyone. We did it together.
Yay!
Woo! She's mine. She's got some nice legs. A little petanco, but that's cool. Check out my hat. I'm a gangster.
Hell
All
yeah.
the times that I really thought to myself, you know, Maury, people's brains are made differently. Maybe your brain just isn't strong enough to play this game. I really thought that, but you guys kept pushing me forward and I believed in myself to keep going, and I didn't give up. And I'm glad that I didn't. Now we've completed this arc. Everybody who was here with me and everybody who took time to be here and didn't give up on me and always believed. I'm a really lucky person, you know. Like I'm really, really lucky that I got to beat this game with such an amazing community of people.
She's so right too. When you're doing something that sounds like this with, you know, your community and a group, the late nights, a lot of people see the end result. You know, they'll see the end result. Oh, she did it, like we're seeing right now, or those who weren't there, right? And that's awesome, right? You get to see the ending. But to be there day in and day out, the people that are there that keep the push going, you don't see that. You don't see the constant falls for hours and hours of doing the same thing over and over, and a group still staying there cheering on. The struggle that you have to go through, falling over and over again, late into the night with a group still laughing at you, joking around, picking your spirits up to keep going. You don't get all that in this clip, and especially over this time. So that's why, you know, that dedication that she's given everything, it's from the bottom of my heart. I've been there myself. Haruka didn't know what Fuda meant, Vishojo collab. Someone sent in, I was gifted a really cool katana to my P.O. box, and I remember people were spamming it's the Fuda Slayer. I remember Iron Mouth saw that and she was cracking up. She was like, he calls it his Fuda Slayer. Let's see.
I'm in the game.
Wait, how do I... Wait a minute, I'm gonna send you something.
You're gonna send me something?
Wow.
Is it noodles?
It's gonna be really stupid.
What the fuck?
Or are we doing the Christmas map?
What the?
Oh, Christmas?
What did she send you?
Somebody. Wait, is it okay if I say?
everybody?
Melody, is it okay?
Oh hell yeah.
Somebody wants to do a futanari commission of me with my new model.
What?
Or something like
So it comes out of the skirt.
what?
Let's go.
I'm waiting for Haruka to say it.
Plowing.
I forget what even is that.
That's her kind way of saying she doesn't know. I forget what even is. She has no idea. Oh, hey, anybody want to run? But I forget what is that. She has no idea.
You're like, huh?
But a
I know what
futanari.
that is.
What the
What
fuck?
even is that again?
I'm gonna have to get
futanari?
some drinks for this. What the
Blowing
fuck?
and blowing.
Hold on.
Then we could be lovers forever. I don't know what the fuck I'm saying.
That's so sweet.
I like how
Wait,
the chat's like
wait,
saying.
hold on.
I like how chat's saying, "Don't worry about Haru." I was like, okay,
Yeah.
I'll Google it later. Oh, don't. That gas said everything. Okay. Well. Okay. Well,
I think you should. I think it would be really funny.
You think so?
Personally, I'm in the camp that she should Google it.
Honestly,
Not gonna lie.
about time.
Yeah.
Should I do that right now?
Oh no.
Do it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with education, guys.
Honestly.
Okay. What is futanari?
What?
Oh. Today the term commonly refers to. Oh, okay. I see. Okay, I think I've been educated today.
How the fuck
She
have
done
you
learned today.
How have you
I'm
been
so
on the
glad
internet,
you
bro?
know now.
Try
I've been on the same side of the internet, man.
Clearly.
She was playing Club Penguin.
I was actually.
All right, so I'm gonna
I know
get
you
more
were.
drinks for this crazy
Got
day.
online. Oh, I am ready.
I am Totemo.
Zen,
ready.
did you really name
I
yourself
don't
the
think you're
best?
ready.
Oh my god. I love Haruka. Pecora is worried about Kelo, who keeps logging in and out in the hardcore server.
Honestly speaking, I'm really not ready to go into the server because I'm actually dying. I'll just go back in and then I'll disconnect again, okay? I just wanna look around first, okay?
Oh no, she's good. You're good. Oh. Well,
It's raining! Well, it's not raining again, okay?
カイラちゃんインしたり出たりしてるね。なんかあれかな、大丈夫かな。死にかけてる？どこにいるんだろう。場所がわかればな。マグマのところとかなんかな。あ、モンスターに囲まれてる。これ最初のログインだっけ？ログインのところでやんねん。死ぬって言ってる人いた。どこだろう。最初のログイン場所的にはこの家に設定してるから自分で動いてなければ大丈夫だとは思うんだけど、みんな
there's something about if I was dying in any game, a little Minecraft, and hearing Pecora just saying, "Hey, I've come to save you," I feel like it doesn't make me feel safe.
大丈夫？いねえぞ。やっぱログイン場所違うんじゃないか？場所わかんねえと助けるのも難しいな。しゃあない。
Oh, we're getting some context here. For context, after what happened the first day, Pecora can revive players, but only once after they mine for 7 diamond blocks in a separate server. So Kayla dying wouldn't have been an issue.
血の被害者、カエラあります。カエラシン。
Pekwa just says she'll come to help you if she knows the coordinates. It's so far away. It's okay. Please tell Pekora Senpai that it's okay. I'm just that far. It's okay.
Oh. Nice. You're gonna be good. You're gonna be
Oh
good.
no, all of the spiders coming.
All of the spiders are coming. Okay, it's dying.
Good.
Now it's
You're
time
good.
for me to eat.
Good.
Yay! The stream is not ending.
Oh, so is it if she dies, it ends? Oh, hardcore?
Oh.
I thought they were just goofing around. And it, oh, wow. Same what I did. By the way, YouTube, not a Minecraft player here. I had a challenge to beat Minecraft, beat the Ender Dragon in hardcore. I had 5 days to do it. I did it on the 5th day. No wonder. So I thought they were goofing. Oh, wow. That's, okay, that changes this whole clip, bro. I thought it was just funny goofing off, you know, them messing around. Bro, this is serious right here. This is scary as... Damn! Read the title. It doesn't say hardcore in the title. About Kayla who keeps logging in and out in the hard... Guys, I can't read. Joe Mama!
I'll let you have
Anyway.
this one after you practice for so long.
But anyway, Sakana, I really want to hear something from you. Miami is a perfect idol when she opens her mouth.
Why are we doing this?
Loud and clear, I want fair and square.
You want fair and square, yeah. With 10 hours of practice, yeah. Against someone who...
I told you about this a week ago, and you're like, nah, I'm a bull, not you darn game.
He's such a Giga Chad. Every time I see him more and more, he's just such a Giga Chad.
I'm not even gonna practice.
I love Sakana. I love him. It's just literally me, bro. Same with the same person. I love him.
Shut the up! Shut the up!
I didn't know I needed a controller for this, okay? I didn't know.
Fighting game requires a controller.
And I didn't know the game was gonna be so laggy, man.
Yes,
So-
exactly. He's me, but cooler, more successful, cooler, and a Giga Chad. Other than that, exactly the same.
So clunky.
You mean I let you
game-
host?
oh my
I let
God.
you host.
Please say it once.
Oh man.
How can I say something?
A.
Trex, thank you for your 9 months. Holy crap. Thank you, thank you. 2 months streak. Wow. See that, everyone? Trex is streaking. Anyways, thank you very much. How you doing, Trex? Stinky? Yes, we know you are. But what's your point?
That's not true.
Please, Sakana. Any fucking moment. Sakana. Stop pretending as if you're muting yourself and playing dumb as if you do not have connection and saying that you're
Just woke up from nap.
but you're not
Oh,
saying
very
anything.
nice.
Can you fucking please stop playing this way? Wait, no. Maybe my hearing things actually run out of battery. Maybe it is my fault. 1 second.
A few moments later.
Wait, speak?
Hello, hello.
Oh, they hear you. Okay. Okay, say it now.
No, I said it while you were fixing your thing.
And he's a man.
Yo!
No, that's fucking stupid. You said nothing.
Okay, Tenma is a perfect idol.
When?
Mouth open or closed.
No, say it properly.
Tenma is a perfect idol when she opens her mouth.
Yes, yes, yes. He disconnected. So, because I like to be a little bitch,
The fuck is that
if I see
background?
anyone comment, with Tenma is a perfect idol when she has her mouth shut. I have specifically said to my mods to time out for a whole fucking week or hide the users. So, if I have any more bitch-ass comments about these, suck it, motherfucker.
That was cute. All right, I know you guys spam perfect
That's
idol
great.
whenever we see Tenma, see Tenma, whenever she pops in here, whenever we rate her, etc. Right? Whenever
Tenma
anything
is
Tenma.
great.
I don't know if we should do that anymore because what happens if she, because of that, what happens if she thinks we're making the joke? I'm just scared. What if she's like, are you trying to make a joke? Are you being sarcastic because of the mouth closed thing? What happens if she thinks that? 4.5 year veteran streamer, your mama messes up her mic.
ねじゃないんだけど、なんか
違うんだよね。昨日のコラボからさ、マイクの音質変わっててさ、で、なんで変わってるかどうかわかんないんだよね。機材変えてないのに。機材って何ですか？
Sounds like someone I know. If the mic sounds scuffed, I'll work on it.
You have the SM7B right? Have you tried the adjustments behind the mic?
What? There's stuff on this mic? Wait, what? I've had this mic for 5 years. PRM mattress all over again? Shut up.
I'm sure you've been using the right side of the mic.
How do I switch them? Do I have to like get a screwdriver or something? My dad's got tools.
We know your dad has tools. We are looking at one who didn't even knew the equipment he had kept.
So, big one. Will this work? That's too big.
That's 2 big top 10 things Nex has never heard in his life.
This one should be better.
Typically, I would like to set my high pass filter at 80 hertz or 100 hertz. I typically would never.
A few moments later.
I can't believe this. You really do just come in and sit down and press a single button every day. And you don't even press the button on time. It's amazing.
神なんですけど。はねじゃないのよ。いや、私もなんかこれ、私の耳がバグったのかなと思ってたんですけど、やっぱそうだよね。なんかこもってるよね。マイク壊れた？壊れたのかな？じゃあ困るな。まあいいか。何も環境変わってないんですけどね。マイクの裏表間違えた。マイクの裏表間違えてました。どうも。
You wanna know what sucks is what I dealt with my mic? I got so much shit for it. Tons of comments all over YouTube in that short what happened with me. You wanna know what's gonna happen here? It's adorable. Because she's a cute anime girl.
上のしぐれういと申します。はーい。マイクって裏表間違えるとこもるんですね。知らなかった。あ、神を崇めてくださいね。こうやってね、私が何か間違えたとしても、もしかして何かが違うんじゃないですかと丁寧に教える。それこそがね、民のね、あるべき姿でございます。何年目ですか？ 4.5 ぐらいです。
And I had the mic for 5 years! Oh, she's talking about, and she's been streaming for 5 years, and I've been doing it for, that's funny, dude. That's just funny. She's been streaming for a while.
Look, everyone makes mistakes, okay?
ロゴのある方に向かって話しかけるんですね。いいと思ったら、高評価、グッドボタン。
That's funny. What is, I want to see a comment. The guest was cute. Her natural cuteness is the greatest Phase Connect collab ever.
We went to our hag garden. What you see before you is 4 beautiful, sexy, devilish, beautiful, cute bunnies.
A bit drunker for that. Wow, is it getting hot in here? Or is it just all of us?
Oh, my chest is so sticky from all this champagne.
Our wolves are supposed to be dried and dead. Nothing's more
Bruh.
erotic than a 40-year-old.
Oh! Wait, Bunny Bobbin. Is that the Bunny Garden game? Okay. Wow. You know what's crazy? Is that, I mean, we played it together. But anybody who doesn't watch the streams on the YouTube side, they're like, how does he know that?
I think she's 4.
Dizzy, clean that slime. Lick it up.
This is no longer hack garden. This is horny garden.
Giving into the cringe. You can't give into the cringe.
Have you been a naughty hag?
So get him to Wonk and get him in the private room. Hurry up. Or they're not gonna have any eggs left to birth your babies.
What is everybody saying to that? Do you see my boobs? Do you think I have a third leg? I do not have a third leg and I have boobs. Do I look like a freaking dad to you? I don't want your cheap Chaudhry horse.
If they want to see the panty, they gotta pay.
What do you mean you're gonna give me a full litter?
Oh, you're such a good girl, Clara.
That's a good girl.
I'm so painfully sober, I still remember how old I am.
You probably know your mothers.
Can I drink the champagne from a sippy cup?
I love putting poison in my body.
You know what? Yeah, I'm way too sober for this.
I already had some tofu. Does that mean I'm gonna get double honey?
Tommy is gonna burst out the right?
I love skinning chat.
What?
And making them my perfect husbands.
Remember, little boys, it's past your bedtime.
Is it just our menopause catching up to us?
Guys,
Are you ready to watch Rudy get dismembered?
Dehydrate her wound. I can't keep certain noises from escaping my body.
Bruh.
It explains the IRL physics differences with her model and broke everyone in chat.
Is possible IRL? Yes. No. I'm not saying they don't jiggle like that. Like, you know, they do move like cinders. Also, everyone's boobs are different as well. So, for example, like some people will have like, so the way a boob actually is, like some people have more like fat like up there or over there or underneath or like, you know, towards like the midsection, and that determines like the shape of it. And that's why, like, you know, different people of the same bra size, the boobs can still look different because of how that works.
Oh, that makes
fat distribution.
That makes sense. You know, we always get these. We'll have like VTubers talk about like, you know, things with guys that they're confused. They're like, wait, that actually happens? It's true. Look at, we're learning now. I didn't know this.
They're literally just fat sacks. Also, bras are made to shape them a certain way. Yeah, you've got push-ups. You've got like, you know, you also have. So you've got like,
Oh
yeah,
wow,
triangle.
this is actually a learning lesson.
Also, bralette, high neck, demi strapless, balconette, and sports bra. Then into that, you've also got like push-up and stuff like that. Right, okay. I do look good in a high neck, but a high neck top, not a high neck bra. Chat was asking about what my physics are like IRL compared to my model, and I was explaining gravity acts differently. They come up a lot more aggressively, but they also go down a lot more aggressively. But like on a model, a lot of the time, it kind of hovers because it's artistic and you're meant to take it in, but it's also meant to be exaggerated. Like, see?
Oh!
So right, so here's a good example as well.
Calm down, Trex.
No, it's him.
That's a sports bra. So that's sports bra.
Okay.
Then you got. So here's the difference, right? We're gonna move on from this in a second. Right, so.
Good afternoon, Katie and chat. How are you all doing today? Also, I see I showed up at an interesting time.
Yeah, basically. Right, so chat, yeah, here's the difference. So this is.
She didn't give a fuck about that. She's like, yeah. All right, class is still in session. Everyone, pay attention. Okay, bye.
Oh, this is a long one. That's something y'all probably don't hear often.
Hey, we're doing a chicken wing tier list.
This will probably be the last video for today.
Yep, and we're in a stupid location.
Because it's 44 minutes.
Raining and loud. It is raining, so we're just in our same building, but somewhere else.
I'm very hungry. Let's do the first wing. The first wing.
Chicken wings.
I got you guys some well done Wingstop fries because you didn't like them last time, so you guys can try them.
Welcome back, fan.
After they've been sitting for a minute.
Yep, those are ice cold.
But the crunch is there more, right?
The crunch is there. I don't know what crunch you're getting, brother.
It's better than the last time, right?
It is.
So that is there. We got them all dry.
To keep the playing field even, we're going plain wings from everywhere. Are you a drummy or a wing guy? You mean drum or flat? Can you act like we know what we're doing? I mean, this is a wing. Yeah, but they're flats. Yeah, just
Drums are flats. I prefer the flats. No, actually, I prefer the drums.
Chicken in this?
I prefer the drums. But if I have the chance, I would take boneless over actual like regular wings.
Do you have chicken in yours? I have chicken in mine, yeah. Let me see.
You made some mac and cheese. Hey, good
Oh,
job.
I'm gonna spit this out. Give me another one. So when I was researching last night, everybody says Wingstop is the best wings you can get. Yep, they're all wrong. What the fuck, man? What's in this box? Hopefully the chicken. It's just bread. It's just bread. And I know we're doing them dry, but if you can't make a good goddamn chicken wing with nothing on it, what are you doing? Let me try another.
Look at this. Respect to Wingstop. They were the first one. They showed up like within.
They
10
were
minutes.
here.
Yeah, but that doesn't make the chicken evaporate.
I was gonna say.
True.
Let's do this.
There is
no fucking chicken
There's
on
a
this.
little
bit on this one. I'll take.
Well, it's like an overcooked, where like if you leave the food out for too long, it starts to go really yucky really fast.
I'm gonna rip it.
In other words, it was probably under a heating lamp or whatever for like a long time.
I hurt my tooth on the bone because I was so hungry. I just really, immediately really bit in the dry. bone and I hurt myself. So this is the full wing I just ripped off.
Yeah, that is insulting. Danny, get in there.
I got it.
Look at the sign.
barely any
Everybody
actual
told me,
chicken there.
including many crew members, how good Wingstop is. And I know this is dry, so I don't want all the comments going, it's dry. You got to be able to make a wing with nothing on it.
True.
It's like they say in the Dark Tower, he who aims with his hand misses, I think.
It's he who aims with his mind. I think it's with his heart is always hitting the shot or something. 'Cause I know the quote you're talking about.
Let me take this a step back. What's the Dark Tower?
That's the Stephen King.
Yeah, Stephen
book.
King.
Oh,
That's
Just,
Soldier Self.
this is so stupid. There's no chicken.
Yeah,
It's just breading. Aaron, can you try one of these and tell
They
me if
order
this is the
chicken
Wingstop we know
wings
and love?
and they just get breading.
Because I don't usually get the bone in though. I usually get like a chicken sandwich with the bone. Ooh,
See,
I lifted that
anybody
up.
can make a boneless wing.
I lifted this up and it was like light.
Yeah.
It's not amazing.
Ooh.
You're allowed to like it.
I got-
Don't let it sway you. You got some chicken.
I usually get some sauce on there, but it's not, I'd say, as bad as you guys are making it out to be, but I got more chicken than you guys did because I got a stick.
If I paid money for this, which we did, I'd be disappointed, which I am.
All right, let's give our
F.
There we go.
F.
I agree.
F.
I'm going F.
That's
And that's gonna
terrible.
make a lot of people mad, but they made me mad.
I mean, you can't
You can't
deny,
argue it. You know what? Let me give.
You can't deny your eyes. Look at this whole side.
Feel this one. Feel this one. This is the best one I felt all day.
It's got meat on it. Look at this, Danny.
What squirted on me?
Can you find the chicken in there?
I'm looking.
Can
I
you
can't see it.
I can't see it either. Because
That's something he's probably never said in his life.
Squirt again. Oh, did you see that?
I did see. That was kind of cool.
Bro found the G spot.
The wing G spot.
That's an F.
F. What's in here?
No, wait. We have trivia.
Oh, okay.
First question. Wingstop first opened its doors in what year? I'm going to do multiple choice for I think everything here. A, 1994. B, 1997. C, 1984.
Hydrate. I can
or
do that.
D, 1979.
Y'all better hydrate before you dehydrate, folks.
So, I've thought of a flaw in our system.
What is it?
It was gonna be
How you doing, Leshin?
You did 84?
Yep.
I did 94.
All right, George Orwell. 1994 is correct.
Okay.
I also just realized I didn't mark any of these as the correct answer, but I think I remember all of them.
So,
that was gonna be questionable the whole time.
No,
but
no.
she will fight you
I
to the
remember it.
nail. The surprise here is supposed to be when one of us gets it right and the other gets it wrong, you eat one of these wings.
Oh,
And
wow.
that's the hottest flavor they have.
This is the hottest flavor wing they have. What a-
Maybe it's going to be better.
What a fun. Well, there's actually meat on this at least.
Did you say what a fun little surprise? You don't have to eat the whole thing. You just need a bite.
1994. Okay.
Okay.
I'll double
94.
check to make sure.
And then question when we get to it. If we both get it wrong, do we both eat? Yeah.
I think that's the ghost pepper one.
It's not that bad.
Okay.
Still don't
It's
have
hot,
par for
but it's not
car
that
and it's
bad.
storming
If I
outside.
had it,
That
it'd
doesn't
be
sound
nothing
great.
new.
All right.
Well, on the bright side, you have tomorrow off, so
Chili's.
that should be
Tell 'em
nice.
The good news about Chili's.
I heard it's going bankrupt.
That's bad news. People lose their
Is it
jobs,
really?
and I feel bad for my comment.
I like Chili's a lot.
Really?
Maybe this review will save them if it's good. This was their one chance to save their restaurant. They didn't know it.
Let's see. All right.
That's terrible.
These look a little more meaty. Let me switch this out here. I'm gonna dive in while you're handling that.
I'm diving into.
I'm so proud of you.
One-handed.
One-handed?
Yeah, I always eat my wings one-handed.
Oh my god.
I missed some of it.
I think you got some of the bone in your mouth.
I ripped out the bone.
Nice.
Show you another fun way. This is infinitely better.
Infinitely.
Like
It's not even. Look at all. So here, just compare what you just saw, sports fans, with the Wingstop to that.
Give us a little. Aaron's gonna be editing this. Give us a little instant replay, side-by-side action.
I don't know.
Like there's actually meat here.
And get the video flag.
Yeah.
All right, so sometimes.
What a massive
doesn't work
difference.
Every time. Oh, whoops.
I mean, granted, it could also be a problem with location. Some specific like locations of different franchises, they don't have as good a supply as other in like the same franchise. So I'm not saying that it's like that for all of them, but it could have it's possible that it was just a bad location.
Come on, give me the bone. We'll go this side.
Give me the
Go
bone.
like this.
Things I've never said.
Yeah, it looks.
That was awesome.
That was actually kind of impressive.
My boys will see that and go, nice.
The one I remember, back when you were a boy, just learning how to eat wings for the first time, you just take it, you twist it, both bones break off, and then you just pull it out and you eat yourself like a nice pocket of chicken.
Exactly.
This one was
Do you
always my
remember-
favorite. Those were fucking great. I spit everywhere.
That's a good wing.
Those
I
were
mean,
good.
I'm glad that somebody stepped up and said we can do a naked wing and impress them. It's a shame they're going bankrupt. I'll tell you what, it's not because of their wings. It's probably their business acumen.
I do
All
like me
I'm
some
gonna go
wings.
A, in the hopes there's an S out there.
A for sure.
Yeah, that's a strong
Yay!
wing without any sauce on it. Give us that chili.
Yay!
Chili's was the first sit-down chain restaurant to open a restaurant in which of the following? A, an outlet mall. B, an active duty Air Force base.
What the
C,
heck?
Anchorage, Alaska. Or D, a public university.
Son of a bitch.
I'm between two answers.
I've got no idea.
I'm gonna go with the Air Force Base.
Both B?
Both B?
It is an active duty Air Force base.
Wow.
Now,
That was huge. Wow. Okay, just the eyeball.
Oh, is that
test.
Popeyes?
it's called Eco.
These look fucking atrocious.
Those look really bad, like super overcooked. Wait, pick the one up again.
Oh
Yeah,
fuck,
the
that's
one
just
what
breading.
is that?
That is just breading. I mean, granted, I do like a delicious breading, but like, holy shit.
Popeyes way.
This seems like it'd be painful to bite into. Like it's just.
Leshen, thank you for wasting your
Remember how much
points.
you guys loved the Popeyes chicken.
Yeah, but this is different.
This looks awful. Oh, it's not bad.
It's much better than I expected.
No, it's not bad.
Huh. Huh.
All right. Hey,
They really turned that around.
Darman taught us: don't judge a book by its cover.
Yeah. I'm gonna tell
Still
a
have
story.
117k? Fair. That's fair.
Hey, this is good. The Popeyes is good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
do you
shocked
give
me.
My mouth still hurts actually though from the
I'm gonna go.
peach salsa.
I'm going B.
Okay.
I'd go C. I wouldn't go B, but it's good. I'd go C.
I think
We're gonna have a lot better wings today.
you're not wrong. The amount of vitriol I went in with, though, thinking how bad that would be, they shocked me.
Yeah, no, the Popeyes surprised me. I do
job.
think this one will still be terrible. I still think that one's gonna be bad.
Not bad.
All right, you proved me wrong. Excellent work.
All right.
Hell yeah.
On the boots, on the field, boots on the
I'm
ground.
on the boots
reporting.
on the field.
So we were gonna get Outback, and then Matt vetoed it, kicked it off the damn menu.
Why is that?
I don't know.
Do they even have wings?
Yeah.
Oh.
That's why I vetoed it.
Yeah,
'cause
that's
nobody
not, doesn't
goes,
say
"Oh,
wing place
There's
to
good
me.
spice in these, on a side note.
He's trying to get away from it. But I had a question based on Outback. It's a fucking good question.
Do you have Popeyes trivia?
No.
Wow.
You had Popeyes the whole
Wow.
time.
No, it just came in late. Okay, so here's the Outback one because it's a good question. I didn't want to get rid of it.
Okay.
What Outback's theme is based on what country? You guys want
No.
I don't think I need it.
A is
No one
Australia,
can get
B is
this.
New Zealand, C is the Philippines, and D is Manchester, England, UK.
What if we're wrong?
It's Australia,
Imagine
duh.
it's not Australia.
A, Australia.
You guys got it. I'm happy for you on that one.
Awesome.
Why did you put that in?
Leshen, the funny thing is,
That's a good
the
question.
rituals are rigged in your favor.
That's just like too much.
Ooh,
yeah,
ew.
that's, get that shit out of here. They're not even hot. It's just like super.
I feel like we should have a new rule that if you both get it right, Aaron has to eat the wing.
Oh, actually, yeah. Start it right now, Aaron. Try those wings. They look fucking revolting.
Oh no.
Do you remember what Aaron has eaten recently?
Yeah, he ate a gas station hot dog at 3 a.m. A fucking
This is the worst one by far because they've been sitting in.
Yeah, those
cooling.
look.
Just
gross.
get a look at that,
I'm gonna
Danny.
be honest. Those look rancid.
Those look pretty
That
bad.
looks good to
They
me,
don't even-
actually.
They got no jiggle physics. They just. it's like we pulled a Unity asset out. This is like Resident Evil food.
Show them your hat.
Best dad ever.
They're pretty good. I'm not gonna lie.
Really? Okay.
What the fuck is? Oh, this is
Zaxby's.
Zaxby's.
I love Zaxby's.
We
I have
just
no
had
idea
the
what that
beef spots,
is.
Now we're going into their wings. There's a straw in here. Did somebody get a drink?
No, I think they just throw them in
I
automatically.
really
Oh.
do not want to lose this though. I might have a celeb shot come in for this if I do, because even Chase says these are really hot.
I will say something now because I think it's fun for the video. I'm willing to just eat one with you after.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you willing?
Well, let's see how you do on trivia.
Yeah, let's see how we
the
do on
trivia
trivia.
goes.
Because if I win and you don't, it's funny.
Yeah, I've never heard Chase. Wow, this is. Look at all the fucking meat on this.
Damn.
That's a meaty boy.
Crazy how.
Oh
different
my
these
God.
That's
are.
like a
Look at the
huge wing compared to the others.
It's a joke.
Damn.
It's a joke.
Do we actually? I've got a Wingstop one. Look at that. A flat is
Huh.
bigger than the drummy from Wingstop.
Damn.
The fucking bite I just took out of this still has more meat left than the entire
That's crazy.
fresh
There's
drum of
there's your celeb shot right there behind you. Look at the door.
There you go.
Doggy.
Ghost pepper wing.
They're meaty and good, but they don't have as good of a flavor as Chili's to me. I think these are less flavorful, but still good.
Let's flavor more meat. Fair.
B from me.
What do you boys rate them?
I did B.
He did B. I'm thinking maybe soft A. Hold on. Oh, God damn it.
These Wingstop fries are growing on me. You said you got them well done?
Yeah, no, they're actually not bad. They're just cold. You guys have never had them warm.
B.
Oh,
fries. I agree with B on that, actually.
B?
Yeah.
All right. What's this one about? Publix?
This one's about fucking Zaxby's. And it's you guys are gonna get it wrong. How many people know the recipe to Zax sauce from start to finish according to the company? A, only the head chef. B, the head chef and the CEO. C, all members of the Zaxby's test kitchen. It's like part of the interview to get in. Or D, nobody.
Nobody knows it. They just, it's like a natural resource. They
Well, if no one knew the recipe, then how would they get it, like, produced?
Gotta be like B, right?
I did B as well, so this is exciting.
Yeah, no one does. You idiots.
I
You
almost
morons.
put that. I don't like sassy
So,
Aaron.
so here's what happened. I'll give you the backstory because
Yeah,
I was like, how the fuck does nobody know it? The founder, he like made Zax sauce, made a huge fucking batch of it, and then like split up every
Oh.
part of the process and doesn't let any of the goobers at any part know the other parts.
That's the stupidest thing I've ever
Weird.
heard.
So 100% not true. It's
Yeah, there's
definitely
no
just
way.
something the company says
Yeah,
to be like
absolutely
unique.
no
That's like a stupid thing to even say.
I don't know even why you'd want it. It's like, oh, we're just the least efficient company possible.
Yeah, that's... Maybe that's what Chili's did, and look how they're
Yeah,
faring.
look at. Well, maybe they need it. Zaxby's is still around.
These are the spiciest Zaxby's wings.
Oh.
Yes.
They really don't smell that bad.
Is there anything on them?
Chase has said that they are actually very hot.
So
might
I know
be-
they have nuclear sauce. Is this nuclear?
I don't. This is the hottest one. It is.
It is.
You have a tornado warning. What the fuck, Leshin?
Zach's itching to eat
Bruh.
one of
Just
these.
got over COVID.
Zach's just hungry. All right, you ready?
Yeah. Cheers. Cheers. This is scary. Cheers, Zach.
I don't want to touch your wing.
Yeah. Oh wait, actually, give me, I need a fresh wing.
Charlie just went from he just got over COVID to touching food.
These are not hot at all.
Are you sure there's sauce on them? It doesn't look like there's sauce on them.
They're
Yeah,
soft.
every time I've seen them, they're like tossed in that
There's
shit.
absolutely
there's no
no
I think it's maybe
at
one
all.
of those things that Uber Eats.
I was gonna say nuclear. Nuclear
where-
sauce normally comes in a little clear cup.
I don't know.
It's over here.
Oh yeah, they.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that's ranch and blue cheese.
Exactly. Papa John.
I like Papa John's.
Here's what I'll say.
I don't
This one,
think I
since
have.
That one had no spice. We can just eat
Maybe
it
I
straight
have
from
had
after, 'cause it
Papa
looks like
John's
charcoal.
wings.
We had these the other day.
Yes. You
This
guys.
was-
Have I?
Domino's, I think.
No, you guys had
Maybe?
Papa John's.
We had Papa John's.
Yeah.
Wait, Charlie, weren't you eating one of those ones earlier?
No, I was
No,
eating
yeah,
one of
Oh.
these.
I was like, I thought you were just munching on one of the spicy ones.
Oh, these are so good.
These are really good. This is the wing that inspired.
Isn't that a
this video.
barbecue wing?
S.
I was running the debate between A and S.
I've got to go S for these.
I gotta eat one more to get an opinion, I think.
They're just so tiny.
They do look pretty
Playful.
good.
How much
Flavorful.
chicken?
They look pretty good
Lot of
indeed.
chicken.
Do they just run these through the pizza oven?
They have to.
It must be.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm agreeing. That's an S. I would order those and eat those. What do you think about my idea of having to eat these because the last ones weren't hot?
You can do that. I prefer
I'm
mine
gonna tell you
barbecue.
right now, the Papa John's ones are not gonna be.
Okay.
hot.
Those are
None
definitely
of the
not gonna be
pizza
hot.
Let's
ones
do
are not gonna be
trivia.
hot. Why
What
was
year
the
did Papa John say the bad word?
well, Why was the original Papa John Schnatter ousted from the company bearing his name in 2018? Was it
No
A,
multiple choice.
No, it's A, using a racial slur on a conference call. B, falling off his bike in embarrassing fashion. Or C, eating all the dang pies and they didn't dang have none left for the big Super Bowl game. Or D, all of the above.
Eating all the dang pies before the big.
He ate all the damn pies. They didn't have none
I
left over
put
for the big
A.
Super
Charlie
Bowl
put
game.
racist.
A racist. I'll give you that one for using slur.
You
on
know,
a
we
conference
always say.
Well, to be fair, they made him say it.
That's right.
What? We went in with a bias to Popeyes, and they.
Yeah, Popeyes.
Oh wow, that looks like
Whoa.
what you would put a motorcycle
What
helmet
the
in
fuck?
to store it.
What the hell?
What in the world is that supposed to be?
Holy shit!
Oh, that's
All
probably
they're
what they
doing the
usually
Josh
put their
Peck
salads
collab.
in.
Oh, these look
Whoa.
good.
A little crispy in there.
Wait a second.
Hey Zach, we're trying to film this.
Those
All
are
right.
pretty good.
These actually do look good.
When you get Pizza Hut, they call it Wing Street, and I don't understand why.
That's a good question.
Yeah, it's a mystery.
I don't mean I don't understand why. I just mean like, what was the point in changing it?
Well, it's like
Because Pizza Hut's where you get the pizza, Wing Street's where you get the wings, Matt.
yeah.
Same fucking building.
Well, you can be like, have you been to the Pizza Hut on Wing Street? That one's like really good actually. Like I usually don't like Pizza Hut, but that one's like super good.
The flavor's just not my favorite because of all the oil.
Yeah, it's mainly oil actually.
I'm bouncing between C and D here.
I'm gonna go C, I think.
I'm gonna go D.
Whoa!
Damn.
He's going where no man should. They don't do spicy wings here.
No. I don't think. Wait, did they not bring them? I guess not.
Who's running this goddamn?
Well, give us the trivia anyway.
Yeah,
well,
we're gonna
I
get it
ordered
right.
them, and then they just didn't bring them. So I told Danny this before. I should tell you guys. I started trying to look up wing-related stuff from like Pizza Hut and stuff, and they just didn't have any. So I just did general Pizza Hut trivia. So
That's
some
fine.
of it's pizza trivia. Pizza Hut was early to this pizza innovation. They adapted it
Stuffed
in
crust.
1980. What style of pizza was it?
Never mind.
Oh,
Was it-
I actually know it.
Was
I
it
don't, so give me the choices.
deep dish is A, B, thin crust, C, a pan pizza, or D, quick bake pizza dough, like fast rising?
I hate Pizza Hut, but I actually knew it. It's deep dish, right?
Nope, it is pan pizza.
Okay, we were both wrong.
Oh yeah, the personal pan pizza.
What do you know? I was
Yeah.
writing down deep dish before he gave the multiple choice. I was so confident.
Who could have got
Now that I think about it, I didn't see that in like any other places.
Papa John's hot wing.
It was always Pizza Hut.
Sounds good.
Because Wing Street couldn't deliver.
I mean, those are just hot buffalo, but I guarantee you it's just like
That's really gross.
they probably threw extra black pepper in there.
I really don't like that.
Well, then keep those.
Ew.
You can eat those a bunch. You
Ew.
get trivia wrong because you just don't like them.
No, there's gotta be hotter ones. They're not hot. They're just
No, yeah,
gross.
they're not hot. They actually just taste.
Oh,
Yeah,
Domino's.
They're yucky, so they're a good punishment.
Wait, you're right.
How are you liking the French fries?
A lot. Helps with the heat too.
Let me open. Oh, this box dreams of becoming another box.
Would you plant it like a seed or something?
No. Wait. I'm gonna assume they mean recycle it,
Oh yeah.
but still weird. Oh, those are light.
These are very light.
Wow.
This is Domino's, right?
Yeah.
That actually exploded with flavor.
That's what she said.
But I don't know that I like the flavor.
Well, I know I do.
I don't like those. I actually don't like those one bit.
Well, check this out.
Yeah.
A tier. This is going crazy.
We really, whatever flavor is in those puppies, we don't agree on because I'm an F.
That's the dumbest thing. You just put this on the same playing field as Wingstop.
Yeah, Wingstop can't even make a wing. I despise that flavor, whatever that is.
You need to be institutionalized.
Whatever that flavor is, I want nothing to do with it.
Domino's has the world's fastest pizza maker. You can make a pizza in just A, 30 seconds, B, 50 seconds, C, 70 seconds, D, 2 minutes, or E, 30 minutes.
You give it away when you laugh.
If you guys thought the world's fastest pizza maker,
I'm
you
gonna
could
go
have
with
did it in 5 minutes.
50 seconds.
Define making a pizza. Is it like
I think it's
like
time.
actually cooking it and stuff?
Oh, that's a good question. Is it fully cooked or he just makes it ready to
Well,
go in
have
the
you
oven?
guys seen the competition where it's all the Domino's guys making pizza?
They put it through the
I want to say it's putting it into the oven, not the full bake.
Right, that's what I think too.
Okay.
All right, did you? Oh yeah, you and I both said
30
A.
seconds.
It is 70 seconds.
That
Oh,
was
it's
not-
70
it's also not
seconds.
that
It
impressive.
was. I said
It was.
C.
It was
Yeah.
an option. It was C, I think.
It was C.
70 seconds is still
That's
pretty
not
impressive.
Don't Dan accuse me of not reading
All
off
right,
the
I'm
paper.
sorry.
I got it.
I
Okay.
gaslighted you, and I'm sorry.
I'd say.
And how long did it normally take?
It takes significantly longer to put the pizza together.
Give or take.
All right, I think we need to put this to the test. That's not hot at all. It's just buffalo.
Yep, that's not hot.
Well, it's just Buffy.
Rest in peace, Buffalo Wild Wings. They shut down in Tampa. The one I used to go to, rather. Sorry.
I was gonna say I'm pretty sure
B-dubs!
there's
Yeah.
I was gonna say
My favorite one shut down.
Rest in peace, the one I went
B-dubs
to.
has a
Would've
lot
been
of great
crazy 'cause
flavors.
We did get those.
Yeah.
plenty. Yeah, they came in from Georgia.
I was very
imported.
quickly starting to question that. Whoa, we got a lot of goodies in here. We got a bag.
Yep, that's utensils. They load you up.
Whoa!
Yep.
Oh yeah, you got the celeries, the dipping
What
sauces.
the fuck? Nobody,
Yep, they
treat
always
you
give you
right.
that.
Nobody here. Get yourself a little carrot.
All right, here,
It'll
let's
come
do
out.
Are there any utensils in that bag?
I mean, this could be. Naked. Oh, they got the little vents.
Yep. They
Make sure
they
stay
know
fresh.
chicken.
They
I mean,
know
they're primarily
wings.
wings.
Those look
It's
terrible.
in the name of the
look
place.
really
Show 'em to me.
But hey,
Buffalo Wild
Popeyes has
Wings.
Wasn't gonna eat that one anyway.
That's the one I was gonna say.
This looks like a Wingstop wing. This actually hurts my fingers. Try and do the twirl technique on that. It hurts.
Oh yeah,
Oh, that's sharp.
It's sharp.
Sharp. Mine has a weird thing on it.
yeah. Buffalo Wild Wings.
Mine
They
looks
do
like
the
a little,
thing where
bee
it's like
sting. I
a
think I accidentally put a bee in mine.
That actually
double fried or
What do you
whatever,
normally
so it's
get from
extra
B-dubs?
crispy.
Boneless.
That's why,
Wow, that's terrible.
like 9 times out of 10, if you're going to get wings from B-dubs, get them with sauce, because otherwise they'll probably be too hard. Too hard, too crispy.
Holy shit, that's bad. That's the driest chicken I think I've ever had.
Except for Wingstop. At least there's chicken in here.
True. Wow, that's what happened to you guys?
Yeah,
What
they're
happened
not
to you?
made to be
Speaking of, who
naked.
did this to you?
They're
keep
not
track.
made to
They
be
go a
naked
little-
wings. It's supposed to be
little too
the
wild.
flavors. That's the whole
Wings.
draw to it.
That's
That's an F.
it's really bad.
That's
That-
definitely an F.
Wingstop and B-dubs is. I'm going F too.
Wow, that was horrible.
Let me just give you a little twirl here.
That one has decent meat on it.
I
at
do
least.
want to say Wingstop was worse, but they are both F. Trivia.
Woo! All right. How many traditional wings? So this doesn't include boneless. It's just the bone-in traditional wings. Does Buffalo Wild Wings sell in a year?
Like one individual wing counts as.
Yeah, like just one wing, not orders of wings.
Wow, that's gonna be
So,
tough.
A, 30. B,
We just hit half their quota for the year.
B, yeah, exactly. B, 254 million. C, around $1 billion. Or D, 768 million.
B-Dub's been falling on hard times for business, from what I understand. So I don't think it's going to be about $1 billion. I think it'll be probably the 254 mil. That's my guess.
That's what I put as well.
Yeah.
Maybe you guys should start switching up, not picking the same answers, because it's 768 million.
Well, I was
Bruh.
glad it wasn't $1 billion, but I forgot there was something in between 254 and $1 billion.
Well, there was also 30.
That's true.
So they sell about 1.7 billion, and the other billion is boneless wings. So the boneless wings.
Oh,
are
these
more
are the
common.
blazing wings.
Yeah.
Wait,
that's
is this what we had for the
no,
challenge?
I think you have to sign the waiver and stuff for
Oh,
that. So I
that's
don't
the
think you can order it on Uber Eats.
Oh,
If you try to order it on Uber Eats, it pops up a FaceTime call with like the store manager, and he's like, "Hey,
And
what's
their
up,
lawyer.
man? You sure?"
Hey, what's going on, big guy?
Oh, that wing's better.
That's a good sauce. It hurts.
So you got me sauce.
That sauce hurts.
Well, yeah. Those wings are made to be
I was gonna say, he's
sauced.
not gonna handle that one. That's a harder sauce.
Yeah, B-Dubs
Oh,
is all
who's
about the
got,
sauce.
Who's got the ice cream ready?
There's French fries.
I ate them all.
Okay. No, do the ranch, Charlie. I'm telling you. Oh, you're feeling it too.
Oh, yeah.
The wing.
They are actually hot. I mean, Charlie is definitely overreacting, but...
Did that help?
Do you want one, Matt?
No thanks. I'm doing no sugar, no dairy. Ice cream's my arch nemesis right now.
I need a paper towel.
Oh, you're
Poor
crying.
Charlie.
Are you okay?
So for the record,
Just couldn't take the heat.
I'm pretty sure. I think Charlie ate more of these wings just now than he did that entire other video we
I
did.
agree. I completely agree with that. Fuck. I'm proud of you. You handled that so well.
I thought so too.
We haven't done spice in a long time.
That's not true. I did it with Baby No Money. You didn't.
Alright. This has become a hostile work environment the past few weeks. Just for me.
It's okay, pussy.
I don't know if you can put that in the video.
Yeah, you absolutely can.
Okay.
I say pussy all the time.
Okay.
That's also
yeah.
Now this one, it's about time it got
Yeah,
its
yeah.
son.
Go ahead, Kyle.
Oh,
What is
this?
What the hell, man?
Sorry, man.
Kyle, do you want to try one of these wings?
He's gone.
Oh, did you leave?
This is
You know what
Aaron's.
the fuck this is.
Yeah, this is Aaron's magnum opus. He is hyped for this.
This is damn craft fry wing, baby.
Put the logo on the screen.
Oh, the logo's on the screen. the
Also,
picture's
Craft
on the
fry
screen,
wings?
Yelp
I've
reviews.
never heard of it.
The
building
address is on the
needs to be there.
screen. The picture of the owner's on the screen.
The
His
logo.
home
Here's a
address is on
picture
the
of Aaron
screen.
eating it
Here's
with a
his
smile on
home
his
address.
face.
Have you had this before?
Here's his social security number.
Have you
No, I
ever-
had it only that one time.
Let's eat a fucking
I
craft
really
fry
think
wing.
we should
These
blow
look
up their spot.
fucking awful.
I think these are going to just taste like straight oil. I also
Look
think,
at this. Look at this wing. Look at this wing.
Well, not
This is what they're putting in the box.
not all chickens are the same size.
They also raise their own chickens. That's why it looks like a Minecraft house.
Oh boy.
I want you to eat this wing. Aaron. This is your wing.
Yeah, I'll eat it.
Yeah, you have waited so long for this.
I will fry my damn craft wing.
He just eats the
He
bone.
just ate a bone.
It's like tempura battered. It tastes like sesame when you get a big bite of it.
He's wanted this for so long.
I really have them.
Every time we order anything, it's like we need to throw craft fry wing in
Alright.
there.
Well, I think it's fun
dive
to
on
throw it
in.
because I'm not eating it.
It's
It's
almost
better than
gone.
I thought it'd be, but it's not. I wouldn't want it. Like I wouldn't be sitting there like, gotta get me some craft fry wing.
Nobody expects the Spanish.
Schwag! Thank you for the raid. Oh my god. Brig. Thank you for the follow. Welcome, welcome. Hope you enjoy here. Oh my god. Swag. How did how was your stream? Oh my god. You were doing art.
Give me that delicious 4-year sub badge.
4 years. Jesus. You have been here for 4 years. You have subscribed for 4 years, rather. That's a lot of time, bruh. Bruh. My goodness. Oh my god. Follow age. Yeah, that sounds about right. Oh my god. That is so long. Well, that's something that most of you have probably never heard. Anyways. Welcome, Swag. How was your stream? Hope you had a good time. Welcome, welcome. For those of you that don't know me, I am Aura Solanas. I am the Kitty Corn VTuber. I do variety. Mostly, I just like watch stuff though. I do play video games. Games I've played recently include Outpath, 7 Days to Die, RimWorld, Backpack Hero, Palworld, Path of Exile, Foundry, and Hades. Those are some examples of the stuff that I've been playing recently. So if that sort of thing is your vibe, feel free to stick around. Wow, or right as I was typing it, yeah, well, get hacked. Get hacked. There was a little frustration towards the end, but overall good stream. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. 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 Current video we're watching is Chicken Wings tier list, starring Moist Critical and his crony. I mean, his friend. Totally not his crony. Wink.
gaslight. The
Oh wait, I
audience.
can wink.
Like he doesn't talk about this
There we
restaurant
go.
all the
All
time,
the
like it's his favorite place.
You guys are way overblown.
There we go.
I think so.
I haven't talked about it in like a year. It used to be everywhere in my mind.
When we made the list, you wrote Kraft Fry Wing in parentheses, finally.
Well,
If and when I eventually get back in PR, you'll see the results of how the nights work. Hey!
Not good, but I
Very
I feel
poggers.
bad. Aaron, just bleep this whole section out. Do a voiceover of you going, damn, those are the best wings I've ever had.
Whoa, man. Whoa, I can't even talk normal. I had so many damn wings.
A bunch of people will go try it and be like, this is not good.
I think, but for the members, I think you should try it yourself, and then also don't let it sit for 15 minutes. Maybe they're better
That's
when they're
fair.
hot.
It's sat.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah,
all right, if
that's
we're doing
fair.
Integrity.
So
after it's sat for 15 minutes, F. But I don't want to be mean. So
I
D.
cannot imagine what kind of Kraft Fry wing trivia you have coming up.
There's a
so
bunch of stuff.
they have their hot version, which I don't know what it is, and I saw on there Kraft Special Sauce.
That
and I
has to
said,
be that.
We gotta see what that's all about.
I'm seeing it and I'm not liking it.
Aaron's gonna lose his ordering privileges soon.
I just
Kraft
got one
special
thing- I
sauce.
got
You know
one
what, Aaron?
extra.
I'll do something for you here.
I ain't even done the trivia yet, big dog.
No, this is the special sauce.
Are you sure?
No, but I think.
Okay. I like your adventurous spirit and whimsy.
Yeah, I like your whimsy too.
I'm gonna reveal the secret.
Mm-hmm.
Honey.
Oh, nice.
It's
Does
just
it make
honey.
it better?
I think it's like hot honey. I mean, it does make it better. It's sweet now.
You were wondering what kind of trivia I damn found for him? I'll tell you. When does Kraft Fry Wing close on Sundays? A, they are closed all day. Very religious restaurant, apparently. B, they do not close. They're open 24 hours on Sundays. C, 8 p.m. or D, 10 p.m.
All right.
I've got to just go A.
I did A as
Because
well.
you said apparently.
Yeah,
So
I
it's
was
like,
Do you want to take another guess and maybe you guys guess separately?
No, don't help them. They got it wrong.
You both just got it wrong. They close at 10
The
p.m.
wording he used. When is it?
I had a feeling it was 10.
p.m.
The wording he used.
Now
Yeah,
you
you
have to
guys-
eat hot Kraft Fry wings.
I got a damn cerebrum, bro. You guys are just not. I've got mind tricks like a Jedi, and you're just not. You're falling for all of them.
I've had hot honey chips like within the past few months. Those aren't bad, but they're needlessly
I
sweet.
told you 10 minutes before you ordered that neither of us like buffalo.
It was the only hot one they had.
Neither of them like buffalo? That's sad. Buffalo sauce is one of my favorite sauces.
this is, I will say, this is already looking
It's meatier.
so much better than their normal.
It is better, but it's also buffalo.
Ugh.
Maybe they just don't like vinegar-based
It's really gross. It's
sauces.
not even hot. It's just gross.
That's sad.
I'm not gonna.
It is Applebee's, Matt.
I'm not gonna put a random human on blast. Damn.
Why do they always make it
I
so
am not
hard to
bad.
open those bags?
You really are the best at ever. No hot from them. Oh, there's a hot sauce.
Hot sauce.
Those look
so bad.
Terrible. That looks like a.
Well, that's
look at
because the
this.
wings are
What is
appetizers.
that? Look how bad that is. But you know what? Oh, it's like a lamb lollipop.
Oh.
They're going fancy. All right.
This looks terrible. Thanks,
I
Applebee's.
Don't want this.
I love going to Applebee's and ordering the butter chicken.
Do they have butter
No,
chicken?
that'd be so sick though.
Oh,
Chili's slaps these.
it's not even close.
I don't know why you would go here over Chili's after this. If you want wings, don't go here.
Scusi.
We have had worse today. I'm gonna go D.
D.
Good shot. You got those right on the plate.
I really don't want to get this wrong.
Yeah, because then you have to keep them
Ugh.
hot.
I dropped. Thanks, yeah.
This one's pretty good. Now it's known as Applebee's Grill and Bar. What was the original tagline? A, it's always been Grill and Bar. B, Emporium of Eats.
Oh, fuck.
C, American Grill with like an E at the end, like Grill A. What? I know it's grill, but they like to. It's like Vitamin Shop A. They're like, oh, we made it fancy. We made it
Right?
for fucking Middle Ages. D, edibles and elixirs, or E, burgers and wings. What was the original name?
The last
It's
one you
probably
used
always
D,
been
right?
grill and bar.
No, there's 5. So
Okay,
it's
it was-
always because A was it's always been.
What is
You're
that?
an Applebee's
It's a 3.
connoisseur. Do you know
It's
this?
a-
Now?
Is that an E?
Yes.
Okay.
I was gonna say E originally, but I'm going
Flip.
C.
And you went E?
Yeah.
It was edibles and elixirs.
No shot.
Legitimately, it was.
I thought it
Wow.
was C as
It was
well.
Applebee's, and then it had like the RX of a pharmacy, and it was called RX of edibles and elixirs.
How long ago?
This, I think, was the 50s.
Oh.
Bruh.
No, they were like, we're gonna do something
That sounds
different.
awful.
For actually
Like,
a year.
legit.
Grilling
I'm
balls.
so glad that they changed it.
People want to see it.
No, they don't.
Yes, they do.
Chelsea's the people.
Da people.
It's just a buffalo sauce.
It's a fucking glue. It's just paste. Want to see something? Want to see a cool trick? Did you see that? We're at DQ.
It's just a thicker buffalo sauce.
Yeah.
I'm so tired of it.
So
Is that fucking
on
Hooters?
Applebee's logo, it says
Bruh.
Applebee's Grill and Bar, and then randomly on some of the websites it says Applebee's Neighborhood Grill and Bar. So I don't know if it's like how some Walmarts are like super centers and
Oh.
shit.
So they
I
don't.
think our local one is a neighborhood
I haven't
one.
had Hooters wings in a very long time.
Last time I had Hooters wings, I was bowling with a friend of mine in college.
Did you win?
Oh yeah.
There's the normal.
These look pretty good.
Those look good.
Like
Those
look at that.
That's a honker.
That's a
Holy shit.
wing.
That thing's.
No wonder they call it Hooters.
Holy shit. A wooga, am I right?
Jesus
Let's
Christ.
take a bite.
Oh, that's good.
That's a good wing.
That's a good wing.
Wow.
Wait, people might actually be going to Hooters for the wings. I'm not
What
gonna lie to
the
you.
hell?
I don't remember it being this good.
Mm-mm. Damn. I would order these.
I would
You know
actually
what?
order these. Yeah.
I'm going to do something I haven't done yet today. I actually probably have multiple times. I'm going to take a second one.
You've done it almost every time, actually.
All right, Danny, you're behind the camera. No talking.
Why are their wings so much better than the others? Like, I don't think they're doing anything special.
There's only one thing they do differently, and it's boobs.
My God, you're right.
Nope. You put boobs in a room.
Boobs are pretty nice. It is true.
S.
Yeah.
I do like
that's
me
the
some
best one we had
boobs.
today.
Yeah, that's actually better than Papa. I like how our S is Papa John's and Hooters.
We're men of culture. We have a misogynist restaurant and a racist restaurant, both in S tier.
I like boobs so
John's
much
restaurant
that I
is
had to get my own.
Okay.
Just the
sorry,
creator.
Just the guy.
Hell yeah.
That's a good point.
You all want this funny trivia?
Yeah.
Boy.
What golfer is iconically sponsored by Hooters? Is it A, Phil Mickelson, B, John Daly, C, Arnold Palmer, or D, Jack Nicklaus?
I feel like I should actually know this.
He's an older fella.
Yeah.
Granted, every single
I
person.
would argue all of them are older
they're all
fellows.
Oh, yeah.
older fellas.
I just wanted to see if that jogged
I-
Charlie's memory.
I think it's Daily.
It is Daly.
I
What?
didn't know if I answered yet.
I could see your board because you had it half
Oh.
facing, and I'm on the side.
Yeah, we both got it right.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna say something. I want to try one of their hot
Go ahead
wings.
and try the hot ones.
Dig on in here.
Can you grab me a paper towel when you're done with that bite?
Don't special the next ones, okay? Because I'm gonna eat
Whoa. There's zero heat coming through, and I'm not tricking you. And there's actually a good flavor to them.
Alright, I'll try it. Alright, Hooters, if you fuck me here.
Wow. That's a good flavor, right?
That is a good flavor.
In a weird way,
Oh, that's good.
it almost tastes cheesy
Yeah.
in a weird way.
It kind of does.
What?
Those slap.
Wow.
Holy
Damn.
Lee.
Wait a minute.
We've been sleeping
I have to
on
get some
Hooters.
food from
We've
Hooters
everything
someday.
from Hooters.
Yeah. Oh.
We never thought about that.
We actually haven't at all.
Yeah.
Because who would do that?
Turns out
Yeah,
people
so this
don't
is
just go to
meat,
Hooters for the
fake meat.
boobs.
Do they have bones?
I was about to say there's
That's
no way to put bone
surprising.
in it, right?
There's sugar cane bones?
Yeah,
That's a
but
cool
it doesn't make it sweet or anything, but it's just like the
That's-
chunk inside of it.
So can you just eat it?
I don't want that.
Duh.
Hell? I usually like some of the vegan alternatives. This looks terrible.
Ugh.
I think she brought us peyote.
Yeah, they should be.
Okay.
I have to go to Hooters as well one day for the food. Fair.
Of all the things I've ever eaten in my life,
I really don't enjoy this.
Beautiful, I'll eat them. That's my best.
I really do not like that. That's an F. Big ol' F.
what a
F,
terrible
F.
showing.
It tastes like you're eating.
There
human
goes the
flesh.
bone.
Or it feels like you're biting into human flesh.
It actually does. I had to work so. Like, look at that. It's like.
It's fibrous.
Very fibrous.
Ooh.
That sounds about right.
Hey, give me a Hooters wing.
Microplastics.
All right, give us this trivia. We're losing the plot.
Yep. And speaking of losing the plot, KFC was not ordered today, but this trivia is too fucking cool to not do.
So, why did we do
Bruh.
KFC?
They just didn't have like actual bone-in wings like that.
Oh, really?
They have like the wings, but they're like it's like the ones where they're all put together. It's not like a wing like this.
I see.
KFC is traditionally eaten. Traditionally, keep that in mind.
Oh, that's
Tradition-
Japan. Japan.
Eat it on Christmas Day in which country? A. Canada. B. Japan. C. South Korea. Or D. The Philippines.
That's Japan.
Say them again because I was thinking the whole time I knew this and it wasn't one of those.
Canada, Japan, South Korea, Philippines.
Got it.
They don't know.
Flip it around.
Oh,
They fucking love Colonel Sanders in Japan, brother.
Damn it!
It's legit.
Holy shit! They actually didn't know that.
Tradition that on Christmas
That's
Day.
surprising.
Philippines, I thought was my ringer. I really.
All right, last spicy one of the day.
God damn it! All right.
Want this?
Yeah, over in Japan, it's like
do they
the
look?
big thing.
Oh, that but red. Ooh, and they smell rancid.
It's just buffalo.
Here goes a little bite. It's just a sponge. That's gross. Oh, Chelsea, do you want them?
Yeah.
Oh.
Bruh.
There you go. Once again, Chelsea's opinion on food.
It's unlike anything I've ever seen. I'll be honest.
Terrible.
I mean, because
somehow
those
a
two don't like
contrarian
it, I
of
might
food.
actually like it.
All right, Aaron, hit us with the ending question.
Final trivia: winner gets to pet Noel because I
You
just
already
saw
told
it
us we
in.
get some of Danny's lunch.
When
Nope.
did chicken wings first become a commonplace thing? You would have thought I'd ask this at the beginning, but no. I'm
That's a
saving
good
the
question.
basic ass question for last.
This one almost didn't get asked.
A. 1685. B. 1894. C. 1964. Or D. 1979. Now remember, in the Wingstop first opening question, 1979 is an answer.
All right, I think I know. I'm gonna go.
Sorry, what did you go? Oh, 1898.
Yeah, 1898.
I think, or 94. 94.
I went C.
1964?
Yeah.
That is correct.
I thought
Matt
it.
Hey.
I thought it was
wins
older.
the tier list.
Matt wins the tier list.
All of Matt's answers are right now.
Yep.
Oh, that's how we do
You
it
have
now.
to listen to me, especially about the one where I said F when he said A. It's an F.
That was good.
That was good.
There was a surprising amount of absolutely inedible dog shit piece of shit wings.
I feel like we
That
could
was
get
crazy.
frozen wings from the grocery store that will taste better than 90% of those.
Yeah, 100%. That was incredibly surprising.
I can't believe we made it this far without doing a chicken wing tier list, honestly.
Yeah.
This one.
Outback curveball if you want it.
You got
Outback
wings from
wings?
Outback?
Oh my.
Wow. Outback.
Let's see what Peyton's got for. They kind
Those
of
look good. Those look good.
All right. Here, why don't we?
Yeah, we're gonna share one.
Let's split one. You take the first bite. Is that a blackened seasoning on it?
So, I'm not sure, but they're called kookaburra wings.
Oh,
okay.
Whatever that
Kookaburra
means.
bird. Yeah, you get.
That's what you got.
Fuck, now I have to
See how
find more
thoughtful we are?
trivia.
That was good. Okay. Okay, give me a sec. I needed that.
Those are the best wings of the day.
That's a blackened seasoning. That was slap. Oh my god.
That is an easy. Don't eat all of it. I want more.
But there's plenty.
There's really not. If you want lunch.
That is by far the best wing of the day. S. What the fuck?
I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. No, you're right.
Now here, I'm
That
gonna throw-
tastes like Checkers fries if it was chicken.
You're not wrong. I'm gonna throw something in though. This was a naked chicken wing tier list.
That's so true.
I did put a little sauce on it. You can get them naked.
Would they
But
still come
does
like
their
that
naked come with that seasoning? All right.
Okay.
Best
S.
wing of the day.
S.
S. That's all I needed
Not
to know.
close.
You got any Outback trivia for us?
I just found some. It's about the nation, and it's much easier for me to make up answers for.
Well, your other Outback question was, is it Australian?
So I went deep. I dove deeper
pause.
into Australian lore.
You are so right though about it tasting like Checkers
Jimmy Sue-
fries.
Yeah.
Australia has the longest straight road in the world. Is it National Highway 1, National Highway 2, National Highway 3, or National Highway 4?
Bruh.
I got it. I think I've got it.
We have in Tampa the longest continuous sidewalk in some section.
Nobody cares. Not part of the question.
Bayshore.
Yep. He cared. See
I
that?
do care.
Where'd Sassy Aaron come from? Huh?
What's your answer, Matt?
Charlie gets it right.
Let's go. National Highway 1.
That means I actually.
Let's go.
That means I've got to eat more of these. Oh.
No, it doesn't. It means Papa John.
It means you gotta eat more of the vegan slop.
No, it actually means we tie because I was up one. You've brought it back. That means both of our opinions
matter.
Yeah, they're valid.
Which means, Danny, ask them a question to give us a winner.
How was Aaron's trivia today?
Good.
I did it!
Yay! He did it! Good job, Charlie! Oh my god. Oh, what a long video. But a good one. It was nice to learn about all those different chicken wings. I was not expecting, like, Hooters to actually have good wings. Definitely might have to check it out someday. Wow. Anyways, that will be it from me today. Let me do a quick check and see if there's anyone I would like to read. Ba-do-do-do. Ba-do-do-do. Ba-ba-ba-do-do-do-do. Ba-do-do-do. Ba-do-do-do. Ba-ba-ba-do-do-do-do. Ba-do-do. Ba-do-do-do. Ba-do-do-do. Nah, I ain't got no one in the targets. Sorry, y'all. Alright. Y'all know the drill. If you would like to see more of me, feel free to hit me up on the socials. Follow me on all the things. I stream every day, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. For frame of reference, it is currently a little after 11 p.m. right now. So if you just like subtract 9 hours from your current time, if you're watching this live, then that's around the time that I'll be going live. But like tomorrow and like every day, yeah, get hecked, you herds. Anyways, if you're watching this on YouTube, you could find all of those fancy links in the description box down below. Like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell, and I hope to see y'all next time. Bye-bye, everyone. Bye-bye. Bye.